front so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Coming with a dank, scrolling in the tank, rolling with the gang. You sitting out on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin. Yeah. I'm okay.
What up and welcome to Woodward Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Spencer Raxter.
What up, though?
Young Chris, Nicholas Koloff, a.k.a. Microwave Nick.
Let's go.
Microwave Mario, a.k.a. the one who got away for K. Adams. We got Caleb in the building as well.
What's going on?
Switching it up. The black hat today. Is it new?
No, navy blue. It's the normal Tigers hat, yeah.
It's not
That's
navy
black,
blue.
dude. You're
That's
colorblind.
black.
Oh, I don't know. Is it cool? Do I have aura?
Oh, so you thought you matched today when you walked out the door.
I did, kind of.
I
I thought I put something together, didn't it?
That's funny as
I
well.
guess not.
Are you colorblind?
My dad is. So I think it like skips a generation though. So like my kids would be colorblind.
Okay.
That happened to me one time. I asked Easy if my shirt was black and it wasn't. You remember that?
Yeah.
My dad's actually colorblind.
Your dad's
Cool,
colorblind?
Chris.
Yeah. It's why he failed flight school. Actually,
That's why what?
it's why he failed flight school. So he's actually sometimes has problems crossing the border because they look at him as somebody that didn't complete flying lessons. So like especially early 2001, 2002.
Even though he's quat?
Yeah, even though he was flat.
Wow.
Privilege for what?
No, shout out to Connor Piku. That's my guy. Got suspended a bunch of times in high school, but he was our quarterback in ninth grade.
He's blind or
Colorblind,
colorblind.
yeah. And like we had to run, I think it was like suicides like 2 times because the coach was like, "You see that yellow pole down there?" He was like, "No." He's like, "God damn it, Piku, run again!" And everybody laughed until he finally came back. He's like, "Coach, I'm colorblind." It's the funniest shit. But yeah, good times, man. Hit that like button. Be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. Chris, did you download that one I sent just before we came
I
in?
downloaded everything.
You
I
got
got
it?
everything.
Okay. I just
don't
want to
know.
give this proper due credit and make sure it's 8 o'clock tonight. It comes out. All right, you can watch it yourselves. We got an exclusive sneak peek to St. Brown Brothers podcast featuring the legend himself, the man who they hail from,
Yes.
John Brown.
Congratulations, you just got Amon-Ra St. Clown.
I mean, I'm not a fan of nothing. You know what I mean? I'm a fan of me. Listen to me. Every now and then the sun shines on the dog's asshole. You know how I am. You come to the gym, I'm going to knock you out. Give me the next question.
Next question.
No, I look good always. Shit. 5 years old, you start lifting weights. I always look good. I don't know. I always look good. A specimen. Yeah, see, y'all can't get me. Yeah, I thought about that. It's just how the cookie crumble. Like, why your head is bigger than his. You know?
No, it's just the pieces I had access to, but shout out John Brown. I'm glad they did that. He is such a legend. I think they recognize that. Obviously, they got their own thing going on.
Yeah.
Amon-Ra is a superstar at this point in the NFL. All pro, Pro Bowl, leading the league in the yards and everything like that. But his dad's a part of his story every single
dude,
time.
that shit's funny. Just those little snippets are fun. That's why our head's bigger than he is.
Yeah, dude. He went viral, and Katie responded to him when he called him, remember his calves?
Yeah.
Call out Katie's calves.
So when's the last
Hard
time
Knocks.
Kevin Durant's done a calf raise?
Yeah, so I tore his Achilles.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on there too. I should have clapped that part. Actually, he was hyping up Wemby. He said Wemby. He's one of his 4 favorite athletes.
I mean, man knows ball. Wemby's a dog.
No, he is. Yeah, I think it was just a crazy list because it was like, who was number 1? It was like Ali, Jordan. I'm missing someone, and then Wemby.
Deion Sanders? Was Deion Sanders in there?
No, it wasn't actually.
Bo Jackson?
I guess he's not even a big football guy. Just because the boys played football, he.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
in.
That's why your head's bigger than his. Amon-Ra's like coming from a man who has a giant head. You got a noggin on you, brother.
Well, they did the podcast last time in that new studio where they're at out in Cali, and his microphone like cut off like half his arm, so it made his head look so disproportionate to the rest of his body. And us in the group chat were like, "God damn!"
Yeah,
Oh my God, noggin on
dude's
him.
got a noggin for sure.
But maybe that's what makes him great. He's a GOAT. Speaking of, I guess young French players, Wemby,
Oh yeah,
Alex Sarr.
worst performance in the history of the Summer League.
Oh my God, I even seen the graphic for.
Oh, for a lifetime. He's 0 for 17.
for a lifetime.
0 for 15, yeah.
0 for 15 from the field. 0 for obviously like 6 from 3. Dude was just an absolute bum and a half.
No.
And if you're doing that in Summer League, he's the number 1 pick.
It was number 2, I think. behind Reese.
Oh yeah, behind Reese Shea.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
still
but he forced.
garbage.
No, but listen though, he forced himself to end up being number 2.
Yeah.
because he wouldn't go work out for Atlanta. There were multiple teams he wouldn't work out for. He was being kind of a diva about it all. And then he goes to number 2, the guy who was supposed to be number 1, allegedly, and he forced his way there. And then this is his first performance, the offer.
I think he's going to join that number 2 overall club of Michael Beasley, Marvin Bagley, you know, those ones that just like...
You don't put Michael Beasley in the same sentence as Marvin Bagley.
That's true. Michael Beasley was way better, but I mean, still a bum considering what he was. And then wasn't Derek Williams a number 2 overall pick too? That was a guy I was actually really high on way back when he got drafted.
There's 0 points, 0 for 15, 0 for 7 from 3-point, 0 for 2 on his free throws. Meaning he only got the 1 foul call. He's supposed to be a big man.
And he missed them.
Yeah, you missed them both. You're supposed to be able to eat inside, and then 3 turnovers on top of that.
Being 7-1 and going 0 for 15 in the summer league is absolutely inexcusable. You're a complete bum for that.
Yeah. I think when we do this redraft of this draft, there's a good to fair chance that all of the top 5 is not the top 5 that was selected in this draft. Including our guy. Like, I could see a world in which 0 of the 5 best players were drafted in the top 5. This draft is just such a mess.
I wouldn't be so surprised, to be honest with you, too. That's why, like...
Who's going number 1?
I know Killian obviously booted out of the league.
Don't connect.
He's a bust at the end of the day, yeah. But that draft class coming out of COVID, similar situation where, like, I feel like it's such a crapshoot. And that draft class specifically. It kind of always is an NBA, but 2020 class, I feel like kind of the same way. Just you didn't really know who's going to be the number 1 for sure. I guess when it got down to
Edwards.
Yeah,
Ball,
typically in a draft class.
Yeah.
Tyrese Maxey.
Killian was in the conversation at one point.
I don't think he was
think anybody with
ever
a pulse
in the
thought.
conversation with
one.
Edwards or Ball.
Yeah.
Number 1 overall?
No, not for
Everyone
number
took a
1.
turn in that class.
Maybe Kevin O'Connor. Kevin O'Connor.
Maybe Kevin O'Connor thought he was gonna be James Harden, but no, I always said Lonzo Ball was the best in that class. People used to laugh at me, or LaMelo Ball. People used to laugh at me for it. I'd be like, yeah, LaMelo Ball, he's gonna be
that's crazy at all.
the
Yeah.
number 1 pick. Obviously, Anthony Edwards now was the reason he was the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah.
But I always loved LaMelo Ball. And people were like, oh yeah,
I did too. People hate those big personalities, hate those big brash personalities, but like, you still gotta accept the skill that comes with it. I don't care how annoying someone may be. If they're good, they're good.
When I saw LaMelo Ball as a freshman on Chino Hill's point at the half court line and then knock down a 3-pointer from half court, I was like, yeah, this kid's he's a dog.
What did you
He's gonna be good.
Dude, he's always 6'7" point guard.
Yeah.
It's always gonna that's gonna work.
Yeah,
It's a good game plan. Yeah.
Unless they can't shoot. That's the only
he can shoot,
caveat.
too.
That's literally no, I know, but I'm saying
Yeah,
the 6'7"
Michael
point guard.
Carter Williams
Yeah. But
Throwback.
typically,
Hey, he won Rookie of the Year.
He did win Rookie of the Year.
on the Trust the Process squad.
Yeah.
Malcolm Brogdon won Rookie. But he actually
Malcolm,
has
but that was the
straight
weakest
career.
Rookie of the Year ever.
dude,
That really was.
He had he was averaging like 13.
Who did Ben Simmons end up sniping it from?
Donovan Mitchell.
Donovan Mitchell,
it was
yeah.
Donovan Mitchell,
Remember he wore the shirt that said like the definition of a rookie.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Ben Simmons. That's another one fall from grace.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He made a couple. Did he make a
Tall
couple
point
That's
guard.
another
Yeah.
6'7" can't shoot.
Yeah.
He's more
That's true.
6'7".
He played defense too. What?
Yeah.
What?
The Yips.
He got the yips.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
It
extremely.
wasn't even can't shoot. It was can't score.
I don't even
Like,
know if it was the
can't
yips. It was like a confidence thing. Like he never
stopped showing
went.
up.
He like never, because what he was good at was getting downhill.
Yeah.
And then when he was, if the paint was clogged, he'd dish it out. But like maybe he was on Twitter too much. People making fun of him because he can't shoot. Then he just stopped shooting or being aggressive at all.
At all. Yeah, he turned into Killian.
So fucking crazy. Because he.
Yeah, if you're 6'10" and that
Somewhat
athletic and can handle the ball like that, you should be in the NBA. But he's just, maybe he's going to have a revenge tour for the Nets this year.
No.
We'll see. Ben Simmons' revenge tour. But when he passed open that wide open dunk to give it to triple teamed Embiid, that's when you literally saw his NBA career fall off.
Wow. It's wild how many good players they had there in Philly next to Embiid. It's never worked out.
And it's crazy how many shots they had at like getting other players. Remember, like they traded
Butler.
Tatum for Fultz.
Yeah.
Like, and assets. They gave up
Harden.
assets and Tatum.
Yeah, they could have had Tatum and Embiid.
Simmons. Wow. Yeah, they could have just, straight up, just got him.
Yeah. Without trading anything.
Trust
Like,
the
they had
process,
to pick.
they said. Huh?
They had to pick. Well,
That's-
no, because Boston was going to take Tatum either way.
He's just like,
They said like they traded the pick. They traded back and still got the guy they were going to take.
you think of Wemby, not Wemby, I'm sorry, Joel It's probably too late at this point in his career, but like, I think if he like dropped weight, he'd survive a season a little bit longer.
Who, Embiid?
Yeah.
No, I think he'd survive less of the season.
Yeah,
Really?
He'd
I
get
think
bullied.
he's just.
He's just too
made of
thick
glass.
to like be like on those joints like that 82 games a year.
I mean, people
70
do it all the
games a year.
time. Like,
His usage rate? I
yeah,
don't know.
And he
did
just
for a while.
falls down all the time.
He
Like,
does
it's his
fall
job.
down a lot.
He's
a
tall.
big- he's a-
Sometimes on purpose trying to injure the
I
player.
I kind of hate Joel Embiid now. Like,
Honestly, after watching the USA team, like because it's a scrimmage.
not
first
even
of all.
that.
Well, not even a scrimmage, but like, what is it? Like a warm up game against Canada? Playing dirty then too. Like, bro, relax.
He's-
Trying to start a
he's-
world war. Like,
He's
for real. You're not even American. You gonna get us in some shit. Like, calm down, fam.
Canada definitely doesn't want the smoke. First
Oh yeah,
of all,
we fuck Canada.
we would
No,
fuck Canada.
bro,
up.
I watched this.
Well, they got moose.
Do they
Like,
still-
That's all they
Oh,
fucking.
I'm
Hey,
this
do they
video.
still take our garbage? Remember?
Yeah, they do.
Wait,
we,
what?
We drop off our garbage to Canada. They're
Yeah.
the
Really?
fucking. They're
They can never talk
They're the
shit to us.
garbage men of the
Are you
USA.
serious? Like by choice? Or like
Yeah,
what?
bro. I mean, we pay them to do it, but
What do they do with it?
they fuck. I don't know. They probably eat it.
Probably
Like, it's fucking, what else do they got to
Hey,
do?
bro,
But- sorry, D-Mac.
Chris,
I love you.
I sent one more video too. If you want to
He's
grab that
lived
one.
in
I
America
just sent two of
longer
them,
than
but
Canada.
Grab
so
the latest one first.
He's an American now.
D-Mac.
Yeah, he's lived in America longer
on
than
4th of
Canada.
July or July 3rd when you guys hyping up America.
Yeah,
I could tell D-Mac was like,
yeah. Hey, we hype up Boxing Day too, so
that's like the Christmas, right?
it's like Canada's 4th of July.
I thought Boxing Day is their Christmas.
Christmas is
Christmas.
yeah, Christmas is a religious holiday. It's not a specific American
Are
holiday.
you sure? Chris, you're Canadian.
Yeah, I am. Not by choice.
What is
What a
Boxing
fucking
Day?
dork, dude.
Not by choice. Let the record show.
It makes so much sense that you're Canadian, by the way.
Yeah, it makes sense that you're Canadian. That's
Yeah.
why you're a fucking loser.
My mom can't vote.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Where's
Boxing Day
he
is
from?
celebrated the day after Christmas.
Canada.
Yeah, but
dingus.
what is it?
Where?
It's a public
Asshole.
holiday
Is
celebrating
that
the
a
first
city?
day, strictly the first weekday after Christmas Day.
No, like
Occurring second day of Christmas. Boxing Day was once. Oh, it was once a day to donate gifts to those in need. That's kind of cool. It's also Canadian as fuck.
Yeah. Hey,
Hey,
buddy,
man.
here's something for you.
Yeah. Here's some toys, bud.
Hey, bud.
This is how. So
The hosers over there donated just some ice skates.
If you
they
guys-
literally bag their milk. Like I just don't want to talk
it's
about
wild.
Canada ever.
Did you grab that video?
Yeah, I did. I'm
Alright,
good.
Yeah,
I'm
they
sick
do
of-
put their milk in bags.
Yeah.
And their money is stupid in plastic, which is a really good idea, but it's stupid because it's Canada.
If you've been on X, and maybe I'm a bit more toxic than you guys are, but you ever see like those To Catch a Predator videos where like just beating the shit out of the
Oh,
predators?
yeah.
And the Predator never called because he's there.
Oh, the one where the guy
Oh, don't even. Can you play the Canadian one?
is that.
This is the Canadian
the
version
guy
of
at
To
the
Catch a
car
Predator.
wash?
All right,
Bro,
let
it's
me-
the funniest fucking,
Hey, buddy, I heard you like kids. That's not cool.
the most Canadian shit ever, dude.
All right.
Sorry, what's your name again? Roger. Roger? Hey, Roger, can I have a chat with you?
What
Just a
is that?
chat, man. I don't wanna call the police. I just wanna have a chat with you, okay? Yeah. So, why do you
He's in
think
a
it's okay,
Raptor
brother? And
smart
I'm just
car.
filming for our own protection, so you can't tell the police
Just
I touched
tip
you,
him
okay?
over. He
No,
can't
no,
go anywhere.
Roger, I just want to chat with you, Roger. Roger, I'm not going to do nothing, I promise. I'm going to call the police, Roger. I got your address, Roger. Roger, just chat, Roger.
Just tip it
Roger,
over.
just chat. She's 15, Roger. You can't do that. Roger, shame on you, Roger. She's only 15 old, Roger. Roger.
He stops
Roger, she's only 15. I'm recording you. I have your address. The cops will go there, Roger. The cops will show up, Roger.
Just tip it over.
Roger, I just want to have a chat with you, Roger. Roger, you know you can go to jail, Roger? She's 15, Roger. Shame on you, Roger. Shame on you. I will take this to the police.
It's just such a vast difference from like the American version where we're just beating
They
the
beat
fuck
the
out of these
shit out
guys.
of them,
Yeah,
dude.
and gas stations.
That one guy
in the middle of Walmart.
That one guy always
tripping them
kicks
as
him
they're
in the
running.
face. The one guy always kicks him in the face.
Oh my god!
I love those videos though when they're just beating up pedophiles. It's like that's great stuff.
It's for sure the most Canadian version of that though.
Roger, hey
I
Roger.
just want to chat, Roger.
What kind of car was that?
Oh yeah, that's the other part of it. It's decked out Toronto. That's probably Chris's cousin.
Bro, no, that's Drake's fam. That's Drake's fam.
Drake's fam.
Yeah.
That is Drake's mom.
That's Drake's fam.
Roger, you're cheesing fam.
One more quick Canadian story while we're on it. There was another time my dad got in trouble at the border. He was exchanging money, and my dad was just being a smart ass with the girl. So he's exchanging money, and he gets, you know, those loonies, those toonies, all those colored bills or whatever.
Is that
and
what
she
they're
goes,
called?
Yeah, they're called loonies and toonies. I swear to God.
Fucking course they
Yeah.
are,
Oh
dude.
Yeah.
God damn it, Canada! You're calling them
Roger's
loonies.
giving you a couple of toonies,
You're
don't
calling
say
them
nothing.
loonies and toonies, and you want us to take you serious?
So-
What the fuck, Canada?
So then,
Oh,
so
you got some loonies, huh?
he's exchanging the money, and she just goes, and the lady just goes at the counter. She goes, you know, it's hard to tell the difference in America because all your money's the same color. And my dad goes, oh yeah, that's because in America they teach us to count. And then they're like, they just pulled his ass over. and we were kids at the time. My brother and I were sleeping. And so, like, we had to wake him up. You know, I was a baby. So, like, my mom was just sitting there, like, pissed. Like, just staring at him pissed because they had to wake the baby up. They were, like, real assholes to us because my dad just had to be a smart ass and say that.
Yeah.
Chuckle cheese. We'll take this to the mountains, eh?
Yeah, we'll take this into the Mounties.
Shout out my
talk to
Canadian
you.
family.
Roger, stop it, Roger.
He's in a fucking...
Come on, Roger. You
He's
can't
driving
do
a
that.
fucking pizza box. What the fuck was that, dude?
Bro was keeping up with them on foot. He's like,
Yeah,
come on, Roger.
dude was driving a toaster and fucking
Dude, he should've
Canadian as fuck stopped at the red light in the middle of being pursued as a pedophile.
You should have just pushed it over. Like that's what I would. Roger, stop.
Oh my god. What'd you do? I'm sorry, Roger. Oh, I'm sorry. We gotta go to break.
Did you wait before we do? Did you see the Patrick Beverley contract?
We're gonna talk about it when we get back.
2 years, $4 million.
I'll talk about it when we get back.
Nice, Spencer. What's your name, Chris?
2 years for well, we're gonna do a whole segment on Patrick Beverley.
We're definitely gonna talk about it. I'll tell you what, though, if you guys are in Canada and you're partly embarrassed by that last segment and video, there's one place you can move. It's right here in the United States of America. You can hit up my guy, good old red-blooded American, MarkWattSales.com. That's MarkWattSales.com. You contact him at 248-290-8242. That's 248-290-8242. And today you can save up to $5,000 on your closing costs from your brand new American home.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
Thank you to the Detroit Lions and Sheila Ham for the best season in Lions history. Now it's time to let Brad Holmes cook. Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during Big D Energy or every Thursday during Ermanni and Edwards with Maz, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy that DMAC trusts. Dr. Jeff Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
What up, and welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm easy joined by Spencer Raxter, Chris, the Canadian, Nicholas Cole, aka Detroit,
don't acknowledge
Mario.
that.
Let's go, eh?
We got colorblind Caleb in the building. Y'all just got some fire-ass nicknames. Chris, the Canadian, colorblind Caleb.
I got absolutely
Stupid
robbed
name.
by genetics. I got colorblind and Canadian in my bloodline. I'm just like, I got robbed by genetics.
Yeah, you got rocked, son.
And you got pop smelly meat.
Yeah, that story. Is that true?
That's an OG story. To my knowledge, it's true. I never
You
double
said
back
you
to
had
verify.
to smell it.
No, I didn't. That was my dad, my grandpa punching like his kids, and allegedly
Alright,
my
we're
dad had to deal with that one time. But I'll double back and get the story. I'll double back and get the story.
Basketball.
Yo, can
Football.
Would your dad come on VMix and tell the story?
Absolutely, absolutely. My dad's retired now. Like he's chilling. He'd come in studio and talk shit. He's one of the guys.
But the way he said that was
He's one of the guys.
He's one of the guys.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He's the man.
What if he comes and he beats our ass while he's picking on Chris? Hey, he was.
He just
Leave
comes
my kid alone. It's not his fault.
His mom had water and she went swimming and she's pregnant.
He wasn't supposed to end up like this.
Chris is behind him all the time, peeking over his shoulder. All right, smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. The toxic side of me wanted this to happen so bad, and it was never like officially reported until recently that the news came out that he's going to Israel to play basketball. Patrick Beverley was courted by the Detroit Pistons. And rather than sign with the Pistons and be part of this rebuild and lead the way defensively, because we know that's the identity that JB Bickerstaff wants to have, he literally chose to enter a fucking war zone in Israel versus play here in Detroit.
Good.
What's that team name?
Hopefully he gets taken prisoner.
That's all you, brother.
What's that team
That's
name?
all you.
Hapoel
I know
Tel
it's Tel
Aviv.
Aviv. I know Tel Aviv's the city.
Tel Aviv, yeah.
Hapoel Tel Aviv.
It's like 40 miles away from Gaza, by the way, too. He's literally going into a war zone.
Yeah, hopefully he gets taken prisoner.
There's like reports saying, like, Yo. That's why I wanted to happen, because you hate him so much.
I fucking hate Patrick.
But he's the guy, though, if you had him in his prime,
No.
obviously he's not the same. He's the guy that if you had him on his team, you'd be a fan.
No.
Absolutely.
He's a bum.
Absolutely.
He's a bum.
You would love him if he's on this team.
No, I would not.
Is he putting up Dwight
guess we'll
Howard
never
Taiwan numbers?
No, because he sucks.
I mean, it depends how many actual, like,
He's
Tel
gonna
Aviv
get cooked. He's gonna
basketball
get
players
cooked
dipped
in
out
Israel.
for.
Yeah. But I feel like Taiwan. I feel like Taiwan's better at basketball than Israel.
I'm sure they are, but I'm sure Patrick Beverley sucks.
No chance.
And he took 2 years, $4 million, over a $3.3 million per year veteran minimum. So not only does he suck, he's an idiot. Like, what are you doing?
Do you hate him just because you think he sucks?
Yes.
Or do you hate like the whole like?
I hate how he plays. I hate his whole shtick.
I hate the way that he talks.
I
hate the way
he plays basketball. I hate that people think he's actually good. Like Russell Westbrook told you he's not good at defense. He's just running around there yapping.
Houston Patrick Beverley was different.
Yeah, Houston. Listen, Patrick Beverley's good at defense. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah.
He, by the way, Russ had a bar after that press conference in the playoffs. He's like, well, looks like I had like 40-some points. And then Pat Bev got up there. I was like, yeah, you were 25 of like 60 shots. Of course you'll get to 40 at some point. And I believe Pat Bev won the series.
Pat Bev won the series?
He said, excuse
His
me?
team won the series. But listen, Pat Bev is probably about to take him to the Detroit Pistons all day.
Yeah, I would
Especially,
too.
and this team, we did it last year. Another guy you don't like.
I'd rather have
the dude in Houston.
Dennis Jenkins than Patrick Beverley on this team.
All right, now you're just disrespecting Dennis Jenkins.
Why?
He's not like a scrub like
Well,
that.
if it comes, what do you mean? He's fighting for one of the last roster spots on the team. And if it came down to if we had to sign Patrick Beverley or give this kid a deal, I would have rather given the kid a deal than signing Patrick Beverley because he's a turd.
I just what he is what's always been successful here in Detroit, the Pistons specifically.
You got to be good.
No. Like, the attitude in itself, like just
but
the
also
culture.
being good.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's part of the culture change. Like this team, when Monty was here and when Troy was here, constantly collecting talent. I think there's like you still have hope in Ivy, you still have hope in Duren. Obviously, Kate Cunningham is what he is. We've seen Stu grow over the time. Talented pieces, none of it worked just because we never had an identity with it, and that's what JB Bickerstaff's doing. I feel like this guy would have helped do that.
So would you want them to bring in Draymond?
Yeah, I'd be cool with it.
Okay.
I mean, for the right price. Obviously, Draymond's a lot more pricier than Patrick Beverley.
Yeah, because Draymond's actually good at basketball.
Draymond's a little bit different, I think, because he's more. I mean, he punched Jordan Poole in the face.
Yeah.
Like he's a little bit different.
Yeah, he's what Patrick Beverley thinks he is.
Yeah, has he ever been in an actual squabble?
Not with teammates. So that's a record.
People and runs into people when they're turned around and like he's a bitch.
What was the
dude.
moment that did this? Because you're
everything.
Very
it's every single
He's a
Patrick Beverley moment where he acts like a little bitch. Because he talks shit to people's faces and then flops and cries. And when somebody turns around, then he runs up and he checks them because he's a bitch.
But
and he won't do anything to anybody's face. He won't stand on business. He just yaps like a little chihuahua.
But the record shows that pretty much
6'4".
all of his teammates love him. It's just everybody else hates him. So there's got to be something said for, this guy is an asshole. Yeah, he does a lot of antics, but it seems like every teammate loves him when they're a teammate, and then they hate him when they're going against him.
He's like Dylan Brooks.
If he is like a better version of Dylan Brooks. So
is he?
Yes, he plays way better defense than Dylan Brooks.
Brooks was all defensive team.
Yeah, not in his prime.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I'd say
Brooks
Pat
all
Beverly
defensive
prime defense is equal with Dylan Brooks, but obviously Dylan Brooks being a much better offensive
Dylan Brooks
player.
was second team all defense last year.
Okay, that's
so.
Hey, and Pat Bev went into that young Minnesota locker room and kind of turned that team around a little bit.
And Dylan Brooks has averaged 14 points in his career.
Dylan Brooks is annoying as hell. Like,
Patrick Beverly's the same thing.
What you think about Pat Bev is what I think about.
I think
Dylan
about
Brooks.
both of them that way because they're the same person.
Yeah, but Pat Bev in his prime was like an actual dog. Dylan Brooks sucks. Like he's not good.
He's better than Patrick Beverly.
Primes. Pat Bev is prime.
Pat Bev first team all defense.
Yeah. So is
And
Derrick
averages
Brooks
7 points for his career.
That's fine. He's not very asked.
He's
Again,
a bum.
sometimes when you get a guy, you just have to have him come as advertised. You're going to play your role. It's a team sport. Like, half the reason why Cade and I don't work is one guy hasn't fallen to his role. You're fucking Robin. Be Robin.
Yeah, Marcus Smart is who Pat Bev thinks he is. That's what DNC said. Marcus Smart is
different.
Infinitely better than Patrick Beverly.
Smart's still ass too.
Yeah.
I don't think Smart's a great player either.
But Marcus Smart won Defensive Player of the Year.
It's similar to Dylan Brooks thing. None of us want Dylan Brooks, but and I don't know they didn't make the playoffs. Did they make the play-in, the Rockets?
No, they were close though. They were close.
Well, it helped turn the page for him, like, establish a little bit of identity. You just need those type of guys. He's that type of guy. He is. If he was here on this team, Spinny, at any point in his career before whatever happened that made you hate him, you would have loved Pat.
No,
you absolutely would have.
Nope.
You absolutely would have.
I wouldn't have.
Because the way
you're not going to change his mind on this.
No.
Oh yeah, he just hates him too much.
I do. I hate him.
100%.
I hate Dylan Brooks. I hate all those little pussies, dude. Like, be a man. Isaiah Stewart, acts like a tough guy and is actually a tough guy in real life. Patrick Beverly is just a bitch who yaps and then hide behind others. Like, it's annoying. He acts like a tough guy and then he gets scared when he goes face to face and he flops and he does all that bullshit. Like, he plays like a little pussy.
Where's he get scared part?
Because he doesn't do anything when he's face to face with controversy.
You got to fight with Gary Trent Jr.
Oh shit! Look out! Patrick Beverly acts tough. He's not actually tough. Isaiah Stewart is actually tough. Ben Wallace is actually tough. Detroit likes actual tough guys. They don't like fake tough guys. And Patrick Beverly is a fake tough guy. Dylan Brooks is a fake tough guy.
You're just a hater.
It's true.
I don't think Dylan Brooks is a fake tough guy either. He's just not. He's got shit on by LeBron.
He's a fake tough guy.
Why is he a fake tough guy?
Because he won't do anything when it actually happens. Ben Wallace, Isaiah Stewart, those are real tough guys. They are completely different than Patrick Beverly and Dylan Brooks. Those are fake tough guys.
Well,
I agree
Isaiah
with
Stewart's Jamaican, so he's just crazy. It just comes with it. Ben Wallace, he tough all the time, but he wasn't like a dickhead. They're not tough. I can't say these guys aren't tough.
I can. They're not tough.
You hate them.
I do. For sure.
Bias.
Openly hate.
Nick yesterday with the
I hope everything
Campbell
bad happens to you and you alone. Now you'll excuse me. I have to go home and put more water in Patrick Beverly's mama dish. Like, dude, I hate.
I want no strays today on the coaching decision.
I'm just saying. You're a little bit biased there. Caleb?
I'm sorry. What was the question?
I don't know. You wanted to say something.
I think Spenny's a. Spenny might be a Pat Bev hater.
No, he's for sure a Pat Bev hater.
Not denying that I am a Pat Bev. I am an open Pat Bev hater.
But
there's a reason to my hate.
No, you just said he sucks.
He does suck.
That's not a great reason.
And he's a bitch. Like, he's a fake tough guy, dude.
All right, that's where you're going like too far.
Why?
Because it's just that part. That's just you just hating. It's just like, let's keep it real.
Around the room, do you guys think Pat Bev would help this team win games as a backup point guard?
No.
Yeah, I think it helped establish a little bit of an attitude.
No,
I really do.
I think he would. I think he would. There's a difference between
if
NBA
real teams thought
guys.
he'd be winning games, he wouldn't be playing in fucking Israel. Pat Bev is not good enough to play in the NBA.
The Pistons.
They wanted him as a presence off the bench, not a guy who is going to result in winning games. If he was actually thought of in NBA circles as a guy who could benefit a team, he'd be playing in the NBA. But he isn't, so he's not.
He got offers to play in the NBA. What are you talking about?
Yeah, because they wanted him coming off the bench and being a coach.
So they wanted
Udonis Haslem.
So they wanted him on the team.
Because he's not a good player anymore. He's not a good player. He's not a good NBA player.
They wanted him on the team.
Is he a good NBA player right now?
They thought that he would benefit the team.
Benefit the team on the court?
In some form or fashion,
No,
at some point,
absolutely not. They wanted Udonis Haslem.
They didn't want Udonis Haslem.
That's what they wanted.
He averaged 20 minutes last year.
Yeah. And what
That's
did he
not
do?
Udonis Haslem.
What did
Udonis
he do?
Haslem averaged like 7 minutes for like 5 straight years.
Well, then
I'm
he's
actually
just
kinda curious
Then
what he
he's an
did
idiot too. If he was actually going to get playing time and get twice as much money, but he's like,
here's the
"Nah,
thing.
I'll go to Israel. It's
We
because
can
he's
have the
stupid."
conversation. You just can't spit your hate as fact. That's the
It is a fact.
It's not. You're just hating.
That it was a smart decision for him to go to Israel.
No, that's
Okay.
I don't
Yeah,
agree
he's
with
stupid
that.
then.
I'm just saying he would have helped the team. That's all. That's all.
Obviously, not
Chris
enough for them
agrees.
to make an
Yeah.
offer
Caleb
that is
agrees.
actually worth a shit.
Poor Knicks, we want to talk since the beginning segment. Do you agree?
I'm cooking up the baseball stuff over here. I'm not really big on Pat Bev.
All right, let's go to break then. Speaking of guys talking shit, playing defense, Matez Buzelis, how you say it? Buzelis?
Buzelis, I believe.
I feel like I say it differently every single time.
Matez.
Doesn't matter.
Either way, him and Ron Holland, former teammates, went head to head last night, and it was all too interesting. But first, tell us about that morning show, Nicholas.
Every single morning. When you wake up, make sure you're putting on Wake Up Woodward. It's the best morning show in the country. It's 8 to 10 a.m. live on Woodward Sports. It's with Kool-Aid, Flannel Sam, Broder, JB, KG, and Juices every morning. When you wake up, make sure you wake up with Woodward.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of madness. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
So just to get the heated steering wheel, I also had the spring for the bigger rims.
Yeah, that's how they get you. Those upgrades will cost you an arm and a leg every time.
Hey, new car crew, how'd it go this weekend? I got a great deal on mine.
How?
I went to Randy Wise, not those other guys. They got me in a great new ride, and they didn't break my budget. Hey, could you pass me the sugar?
How?
Never mind.
He made the wise choice.
Yep.
Make the wise choice at randywisechevy.com.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts, Woodward Sports.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a fast, convenient, and first-class car buying experience called the Feldman Advantage. With 18 locations, there's a Feldman dealership in your backyard. Visit FeldmanAuto.com to find the location nearest you. And catch Woodward Sports Network live from Feldman Chevrolet of Novi every other Monday. Feldman Chevrolet, Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
If you guys thought that stopped, the commercial, it did not.
It did not.
Throughout the entire
It went
commercial
right to the buzzer.
But he was still bitching up at Ben. Honest question for you.
Yeah.
'Cause I think you know how I feel specifically about one. I said it during the break.
Yes.
Who do you think you have a better chance in a fight? Be honest.
Yes.
Pat Bev or Russell Wilson? 'Cause
Russell
you're
Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Yes.
I agree.
Because Russell Wilson is soft. Patrick Beverly's not a tough guy, but he's not soft.
Okay.
I agree with that.
Is that who you think you take too?
Yeah.
You're
It's
for sure
Russell
gonna watch
Wilson.
Red Bull.
Plus, Russell Wilson, is he like 5 inches shorter than Pat Bev?
Patrick
Isn't-
Beverly has
Russell's
longer
like 5'10",
arms.
5'11", he's from Chicago.
Even a small NBA player is still a giant human being.
Especially compared to Russ.
Yeah.
All right, Caleb. Who do you think you have the better chance against in the fight?
Have we asked him the athlete?
Yeah, which one
question?
of these two?
Oh.
Okay. Yeah. If you had to,
I think
beat an athlete in a fight to death.
Oh yeah, you asked me this.
Oh yeah. He said Altuve.
You picked
right?
Danica Patrick.
I just love Aaron Rodgers.
I've always wanted to bang Aaron Rodgers.
No, probably a golfer. I don't know.
Who do you think Smitty would have a better chance against though in a fight? Pat Bev or Russell Wilson? Have you seen that
Pat Bev's the toughest dude I know. So I'm probably Russ.
That's fair.
I love Pat Bev. He's one of my favorite players.
He's daring you to do something.
I know. I know he is. God damn it! No.
All right. I told you guys a lot of defense, lots of shit talking. That fits the profile of Matez Buzelis. However you want to say his name. The showdown carried on last night as promised, and Matez got the better of our boy, I'd have to say.
Did he?
Oh yeah. I mean,
you sure?
He had more scoring opportunities, but yeah, he had 4 blocks. What do you know? Like
3
16
blocks.
points. I think he just had the 1 3-pointer.
Yeah.
But no, he was balling. I mean, especially that first half.
I mean, they pretty much had the same game. Like,
No
I think
way.
Mateus was 6 for 17. Ron Holland was 6 for 20. Ron Holland had 9 rebounds. I think Mateus had 3. Mateus did have the 3 blocks, but like it was pretty similar outputs.
Yeah, I got their stats right here. So let's see here. First, who do you want first? Do you want?
Just go however you want. Just go.
Okay. So Holland.
Actually, go Mateus first.
Okay, Mateus. Let's see. Oh, actually, never mind. Give me a second. I was on the Rockets game. Here we go.
All right, I got you. Mateus Bazelis Monteas Leledes. He went 7 of 18. He went 1 from 6 from 3. He made 3 of his 4 free throws. He had 3 boards, 2 steals, 4 blocks, and just 1 turnover. He was a +4. Ron Holland went 7 for 20, 1 for 4 from 3, only 2 of 6 from the free throw percentage, which doesn't bode well if you're hoping on that 3-point shot. He did have 9 boards,
3 assists, 1 steal, no blocks, and he was a +1. I mean, last night Mateus had the better game. I think he's like watching it. I'm not. I mean, obviously, I told you guys what I wanted to begin with yesterday. We all did. We kind of wanted our guy to win. We got the W, by the way, which, you know what I'm saying? Some say
Summer League championship, baby.
Summer League championship, we on the way. But I think Mateus is more of a refined NBA product as of now. I still think Holland has the higher ceiling, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I still think he's more of a fluid athlete. Mateus has the higher skill set right now, as it is now. That was my takeaway.
Yeah,
he's a better
mean,
defender right now too.
I thought they were pretty similar. Like, I thought Mateus had a good first half, Ron Holland had a good second half, and the Pistons won the game. I don't think anybody can go out of that definitively thinking one player is better than the other.
How could you not? One guy had 4 blocks.
Yeah, and one guy had 9 rebounds.
4 blocks. He shot better from the field.
By
+4 versus
5%.
Mateus was
the
better
5% difference means that he is definitively a better player.
Also,
last night he was better.
If we really want to be picky too, there's one basket that doesn't count for Matas too. There's one basket that doesn't count. He laid it up, missed, and then and that technically got credited to him. So
16 or what was it with? 18,
so it'd be 6 of 18.
Matas looked good defensively in my eyes. That's one thing I did not see in his game. He looked really good on some help defenses. That's why he ended up with the 4 blocks. And when it comes to our guy, Ron Holland, he looked a lot like the first game. He was getting his shot blocked a lot. That's one thing I want to see improve the rest of Summer League is kind of just picking your spots a little better. It seemed like he was forcing it maybe in some situations. But he's super raw and he's super young. So these are the things you expect out of a rookie that you take with sky-high upside at number 5 overall. So this isn't anything new that I would be, I'm not worried or concerned at all. I liked the pull-up J that I saw from Ron Holland specifically. That looked extremely fluid. And, I was excited to see this matchup. And you know what? Matas is looking a lot better than I expected. I'll say that right now.
Yeah, I think Matas definitely got the better of Holland, but it's not this drastic gap. And I agree with what Easy said, too, and the fact of, Holland flashed a higher ceiling to me just because of the athleticism that you could see that there was a lot more to put together, whereas Matas is already more put together. Like Ron Holland, if he puts things together, I think he can be an overall better player than Matas. But right now, Matas is a more complete player. So I think I don't see how you can. I don't see how you can take away from this game anything differently than you did the first game of Ron Holland. I know there are people out there that said he played great. I still don't feel like he played great. He does a lot of messy stuff, like dribbling into 3 people, taking up just very difficult layups with an insane shot contest. I think he just needs to get an overall much better feel for the game, and I think that's what Matas has right now. In addition to skill, but more so, it is just feel. If anything, Matas kind of picked his spots. Even when he was struggling, he didn't really overdo it. Where Ron Holland had 5 plays where you're like, all right, buddy, you're overdoing it here. Like, settle down, relax.
And from what I remember too, at some point, I don't remember who was in the call. I forgot, but they said that's what some of the coaches told him. That's what Jared Jack told him is just
keep going.
Yeah, just keep going, find your flow. I think that's the role they want him to play. But I mean, I guess my biggest takeaway. As once upon a time, I did have Ron Holland as a starter on this lineup, or the Detroit Pistons lineup. It's not going to be the case. He's very much a developmental piece, and that was my takeaway last night. He was quicker. I obviously think he's a lot more athletic. It just Mateus was more refined. That's it.
I didn't
stealing or anything like that.
I didn't expect him to be a starter, and I don't think they And that's good. You don't want him to be a starter next year. You know, that means your team is better. That means your roster is better, that your number 5 pick doesn't have to come in here and immediately be a starter. I think that is Asar Thompson. I think he is going to be your starter at 3 next year. And
Nick just threw his paper.
Yeah, Nick just crashed out in the TD or in the sound booth. But
I was like,
Ron Holland went out there and he's trying to do a little much. He should let the game come to him. I think also that not having an actual point guard out there is something that is not benefiting him, not getting him easier shots and open looks. A guy who can actually facilitate at a good level is definitely something that is not benefiting him on the court. But yeah, it's a work in progress. They both are, and I'm excited to see what he can become.
Speaking of that, just a quick question before we go to break here. My bro Josh kind of put this question to me, and I think it's an interesting question. Ron Holland and Asar very much have some similar problems, some overlapping problems, but Ron Holland is 2 years younger than Asar was when he got drafted for Detroit. So do you think that Holland is kind of this is what Asar was at 18, and so you can kind of project safely that like Holland will be around what Asar is, or do you think it's totally different paths?
I think Asar's a way better defender. And I'm not even.
I agree with that part 100%.
I think there's a lot to be developed. And DNC, ENT said in Woodward Sports Chat, Kuz said not to expect him to be in the rotation and to play in the G League.
That's good.
And if that's the case, you shouldn't be disappointed. This draft class, we talked about it at the beginning segment before we've been talking about our guys specifically. This is a shuffle. Like it was going to be this way for a lot of guys.
It's a crapshoot.
Yeah, it's a crapshoot. This draft class was a bad draft class.
Yeah, he's an 18-year-old. Like it's going to take a little time for him to develop. He's not an 18-year-old like LeBron was an 18-year-old, or some of these other guys who step in, like Luka Doncic was as an 18-year-old. You know, it's going to take him a little time to develop and learn how to play in the NBA. That's not bad.
Talking about a crapshoot here, boys. These are the odds for NBA Rookie of the Year. Just want your thoughts.
Don't even bet on it.
Dropped. Yeah,
what's Bobby Klintman?
Can't find it.
Dude, I'll put the house on it.
All right, you ready? Yeah. Number 1, first guess. Anybody?
Zach Edey.
Yes. Spencer's best friend. Plus 600. Number one at plus 600.
That's disgusting.
Reed's just going to do rebounds and dunks, and he's going to have the best stats.
Reed be sick over that.
He's not sick. It doesn't mean he's a good player.
He would be a worse rookie of the year though than Malcolm Brogdon.
Yes,
like we mentioned Malcolm Brogdon's fraudulent. That would be worse.
Zach Edey's going to be like, if he wins Rookie of the Year, it'll be like Michael Carter-Williams. Like, he'll win Rookie of the Year and then be out of the league in 2 years.
Yeah.
That's wild. Reed Shepard plus 700. Arisha Share plus 800. Alex Sarr plus 1,000 with Matas at plus 1,000 and Dalton Connect plus 1,000.
I can see.
And Stefan Castle. Stefan.
I haven't watched Arisha Share yet.
I'm trying to think of guys.
I think it might be Castle.
What about Taylor Hendricks?
Is he considered a rookie?
Does he count as a rookie?
I don't think so.
I don't think
so.
No.
Did he even play last year?
Yeah,
I think he did.
He just wasn't. He didn't get a lot of PT.
I'm trying to think of somebody from last year's class.
He's not a tough guy.
Who didn't play.
He does not qualify. He played 40 games and averaged 20 minutes in each.
Damn.
Do you guys think Matas is going to get the minutes on the Bulls?
Matas is a sneaky one, actually.
At plus 1,000.
Matas is a sneaky one, honestly, because Chicago, if they blow up, but the problem is if Levine is healthy, and he's going to take a lot of shots. They don't play the same position, but in terms of opportunity, it seems like Chicago's going to inevitably head to blow it up. So that might be the move, or Castle just because of opportunity. Wemby's going to make you look good. You know, I don't see Reed. He seems like a role player. Reese Shea, I don't think he's going to get the responsibility of the keys. And Sarr's got 5 centers to compete with on Washington. So, I could very much see a storyline where he's being benched, especially if you're going 0 for 15.
Who's the kid that was at Illinois or Illinois State that got suspended?
That was Illinois.
Terrence Shannon Jr.
Yeah.
Where's he at? Is he in there? I think he should be up there.
Plus 5,000.
What about Dillingham?
I might put bread on it. Where'd he go?
Dillingham.
He went to Minnesota, though.
Dillingham plus 1,500.
You could get good minutes for Dillingham.
Honestly,
for Minnesota.
Yeah, dude. I mean, if you get 12 points, you might be rookie of the year.
But yeah, that dude gets buckets, and I might have to put some cash down on Matas just so it doesn't happen. Mr. Jinx over here, because I'm gonna look horrible if that dude wins Rookie of the Year.
Terrence Shannon Jr. went to.
Good team or bad team?
If he gets enough PT, he could be Rookie of the Year the same way Herb Jones got it. Minnesota. Got a steal.
They both went to Minnesota? Damn, Minnesota.
Who else went to Minnesota?
Dillingham.
Yeah.
I thought he got
in the trade.
Oh, yeah.
Trade from the Spurs, right?
Maybe Cody if they blow it up and get rid of marketing. Cody Williams.
I think it's between one of these guys. It's gonna be one of these guys on the winning teams.
Probably.
Do you guys think the Grizzlies are going to be a winning team with Ja Morant back at it if he doesn't get
unless that Glock's talking to him like the Green Goblin mask, then yeah, they should be one of the top teams in the West.
Do it. Nick, I don't know if you still have...
Yeah, flash me in an IG Live. Show them their real face.
Nick, I don't know if you have it pulled up still, but is Isaiah Collier on that? He was
on the list. I just
he's a dog. There was a lot of guards over there at USC, including Bronny, and I don't think like Collier was able to run the offense like they thought he was going to. But he's a dog. And who's Utah's point guard right now? Keontae George,
Colin Sexton.
Dude, if that Mormon wins Rookie of the Year, I'm gonna be pissed.
Yeah, I mean,
I heard he was asking. I thought he was asking his first game.
Oh yeah, he's
Collier,
kid from Duke. You're talking about?
No, he's from USC.
He's the kid from Duke.
Michigan recruited Collier, so I watched a lot of tape on him in high school.
What about Dillingham?
He's a dog.
I like Dillingham.
I like Dillingham too.
What's his
I like
name?
Castle too because I think the Spurs are gonna be good as well.
The kid Klingit. He looked pretty damn good last night.
Chill.
He's
Son's not winning Rookie of the Year.
He's gonna get some PT. He's gonna get a lot of PT because DeAndre Ayton is buns.
Dude, that's a bad contract.
That is probably the worst contract in the NBA.
Which one?
DeAndre Ayton.
Hey, remember, you wanted him. I wanted James Harden
and Pat Bev.
Tell us about
Swiss.
What a dynamic duo.
If you draft Jonathan Clingan, you might need some insurance. My guy Mark over at Swiss Insurance has your back. Give him a call at 313-530-1698 or contact him directly via email, mark@swissins.com. It's Mark at Swiss Insurance, 313-530-1698.
Congratulations to the real Coach of the Year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Game is won in the trenches, and our big fellas don't mess around. The Woodward Heavyweights on Woodward Sports.
It's the Randy Wise Celebrity Golf Tour. Grab your celebrities, grab your golf clubs, and scan the QR code above my head, and you can join the celebrity foursome alongside Calvin Johnson, Braylon Edwards, Randy Moss. They were all out this week. It's the Randy Wise Automotive Team Celebrity Golf Tour. Scan the QR code above my head for your opportunity to join today. What up, though? Welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on WorldSports.com. I'm easy, joined by Spimo Rex,
Hello.
Chris, Nicholas Koloff, Colorblind Caleb in the building.
Let's go.
Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream.
Jesus, dude.
What?
Sleeper did. They already did a redraft.
What?
Matas won?
No, Reed Shepard was one. Matas is third. Bobby Klingman was 14.
Hey,
Like
Let's
that.
go.
Who's number one?
Can I get my Bobby take off?
Where did who go?
Yeah.
Who?
Oh, I got it. Ron Holland.
Ron Holland. I don't see him in the top 14.
Oof.
It's over.
He's a bust.
Matas went third.
Yeah.
The Pistons took Terrence Shannon at 5.
I like him. I like his attitude.
But if you're doing a redraft after 3 Summer League games, you need a drug.
You need
test.
help.
Yeah.
my hot take while we're on Summer League, Bobby. I think you guys are gonna agree with me here, but
Bobby.
I think Bobby
bitch, I'm catching bodies, bitch.
I'd rather have Bobby in the rotation this year than Ron Holland. Like, I think exactly what you ask of him, I think is what you need. You need shooting. You need, and he's a guy that's a big frame, so he can guard bigger wings and even smaller centers. I think his passing has been insane. Yeah, like this last game, he had only 4 assists, but I swear to God, he should have had like 9. He was just moving that thing. You saw the Jokic pass? Yeah. Bobby Jokic.
Yeah, we like threw it behind his head to the cutter.
No, he's got it, man. I think he's a guy that you just plug and play, where Ron Holland is somebody that you have to develop and obviously has a way higher ceiling, but I think Bobby should be higher in the rotation this year.
Bobby's going to be in the rotation for sure when the season starts.
Definitely more pro ready.
Yeah.
Like he is. He came as advertised. He's not doing too much. He's doing what he's asked for. I wonder if because
it is crowded though.
European guys always have like a better feel for the game. And I get Australia's not European ball, but he played pro ball in Australia. Maybe he's got that feel for the game from it. Yeah. I don't know. I like the way he never tries to go above beyond his role. He just does what he needs to do. I like Bobby still. I like Jenkins last night. I know it wasn't the offensive output you expected or that we saw in the first two games, but you saw the defense there.
Yeah, he had the highest plus minus actually for Detroit at plus 13. So he was impactful. He was definitely impactful. But with Bobby, I don't know if he will crack the rotation. It all depends on if Isaiah Stewart gets moved, because he's kind of that weird odd man out, because you got Paul Reed, Isaiah Stewart, Jalen Duren. Those are 3 centers. And then if you want to consider Stu a 4, you have Fontecchio, Tobias, and Stu. So that's six players between 2 positions. I don't think he can crack that rotation unless one of those gets moved, or obviously injuries happening through the season, like he'll
Stewart's
get
gonna
his
get
shot
moved.
there. You confident in that?
Yes, at some point in the season.
I don't know though,
will be moved.
but isn't that the type of guy that JB Bickerstaff, like I imagine JB Bickerstaff every day is in Trajan's office being like, please don't trade him yet, because that's the type of guy he likes.
It doesn't matter. Like you're not going to win a game. This is the guy that is going to get you the most return. You're not going to be a playoff team this year. You're not going to be good enough to where Isaiah Stewart will be an actual contributor on this team when you're actually winning games. I like Stu too, but like he is the prime piece that teams are going to be asking for.
I agree 1,000%. I just think JB really, really likes him, and again, it's not his call; it's Trajan's call. So we'll see. But
look what happened when we added a bunch of players that Monty Williams liked, or added a bunch of players that Dwayne Casey liked.
Well, JB Bickerstaff has never pawned off his daughters to any of them, so I think we're good.
But you don't just keep a guy because a coach wants him.
Monty likes screwing with the fans. I think that's what he enjoyed. He would go home and I said, I'm gonna get fired soon. It's coming soon.
His press conferences felt like Al Qaeda videos where they're just threatening you, like, yeah, we're gonna try to win.
Yeah,
like, you're just fucking teasing.
I'm gonna do this, and this. Not do it.
Fucking actual terrorist he was.
Yeah.
He was,
straight hostage.
Yeah, I love Killian. I'm gonna start him some more.
Saddam T. Williams.
Yeah, Saddam T. Williams. I mean, to be honest with you, being for real, I respect the Monty. Hope you and your wife.
Yeah, I hope he's all right.
Yeah,
but you were a shit
out.
coach and you ruined our team for another year.
Yeah.
So
I get his situation.
Respect you as a man. Respect you as a person. No respect you as a basketball coach.
Agreed.
I still respect him as a basketball. I don't. Wasn't going to be a basketball coach.
I don't. When you go out there and put on that performance, you lose respect for me as a basketball coach and as a competitor because you gave up and you were actively trying to get fired. So like, personal stuff aside, I'm sure you're a great human. I hope everything is going well for your family in their situation, but you are a dog shit basketball coach for the Pistons.
For the Pistons, yes.
Talking about coaches here, do you guys like what you've seen out of Jarrett Jack in the Summer League? It looks like our defense kind of turned it up the last couple nights.
Dude, I love Jarrett Jack.
So that's
Jarrett Jack's the man.
2K God.
2K. I hit a 3/4 buzzer beater with Jarrett Jack.
Absolutely.
So he will always be
shout out
cool in my book.
I do damage in the paint with Jarrett Jack. Back
yeah,
there.
bro.
He was a demon for sure.
It was literally 3/4 court from his free throw line. Threw it like that, buzzer beater to win, dude. Stash was so pissed off. It was so funny.
No, I was gonna say, and I said it during earlier too, but I feel like Langdon different, and maybe because he already has the talent here, maybe that's why he's able to shape and try to go with an identity, or at least he has a coach that gives a fuck to have an identity. But I don't know if it's Jack and the coaching, which obviously some is, I'm sure, because he had him doing full press a few games back. I love Jarrett Jack for that. But I think Langdon also is grabbing guys that kind of fits that same mold, some attitude guys, like some guys, although they're not going to make the team, they're going to compete with you in practice. They're going to make shit tougher on you, and you have to earn your keep.
Defenders too.
Yeah.
He's grabbing, like I said, this was the biggest thing when I talked about Langdon compared to Weaver drafts. Weaver drafted black holes. He drafted Sadiq Bey, who's a black hole on defense. He drafted Killian Hayes, who's a black hole on offense. Jaden Ivey, black hole on defense. Trajan Langdon drafts complete players. He drafts guys that can play on both sides of the floor, guys that aren't hung out to dry when they're on one side or the other, like Herb Jones, like Jose Alvarado, like Trey Murphy, like guys that will actually play defense and contribute offensively. Like Jaden Ivey, great offensive player, terrible defender. Sadiq Bey, great offensive player, terrible defender. Killian Hayes, great defender, couldn't do dog shit on the offensive side of the ball. So when you put your team or you put guys around your stars, or not even your stars, but other players that play both sides of the ball, it's going to make them look better. And it's going to make your team more competitive because you don't have guys that you can single out or attack on either side of the ball.
And I can get the talent acquisition phase, like, if you didn't have Cade already. But once you had Cade, I felt you should start building something
right away,
complementary to him. Yeah, right away. I just, because you know how it is, like, guys would want to come. I mean, I guess it's Detroit, so maybe not everyone's going to want to come here. I know Tobias did, shout out, but different situation. His wife's from here. He's got family here.
Yeah.
Whole other bag of goodies. But we do have to go to break. Chat, I want you guys to let us know. It was tied last time we asked the question.
I think it's pretty heavily Skubal.
Is it? I saw 2-2.
I didn't see any Lions.
I saw it. What's it, NFL? As NFL or Scoob?
Yeah, I see 1, 2 Skubal, 3 Skubal.
What do you see a third Skubal?
Chandler R., Ryan Hamilton, Alex Merrill.
I guess we're talking Skubal next. I don't see any of those. But
Steve Wilds wants to talk Skubal. Are you sure? You don't see any of those?
I saw the first two. I don't see the other ones you're talking about. I know Ron Hamilton said something.
Well, let me tell you guys about Les Stanford. What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand and offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. The same great service customers have come to know and trust on Woodward Avenue, just south of 9 Mile. Check out Les Stanford in Dearborn and Dane. Find the brand you want at lesstanford.com. Les Stanford, together. Let's ride.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around. Who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola, really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of, and guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
Soroki's Crispy Chicken and Pizza is taking over Michigan. Locations are popping up all over Metro Detroit, known for their delicious chicken, amazing New York-style pizza, and the best biscuits in the biscuit game. They just opened a store in Madison Heights. To find a Soroki's near you, go to Soroki's.com. Soroki's, now that's crispy.
We asked, you guys delivered. We're talking Tarik Skubal and the Detroit Tigers. And we have our guy Nick, who came up with a few trade scenarios. Before we even get into that, I just want to know where everyone stands on it. Because the Tigers have been on a little bit of a hot streak. Nick, do you want to trade Tarik Skubal? Just real quick, yes or no?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
But it might be something that this organization has to do.
Caleb?
No. And I also think that keeping Tarik Skubal is the best option for the Tigers going, to the future. I tweeted this earlier. One of the steps of your rebuild is finding an ace, and that's a really, really, really hard thing to do. And we had a guy climb through our farm system, and he became the best pitcher in baseball. And now if you trade a guy like Skubal, you're counting on Jackson Jobe to be one of the better pitchers in the league. You're counting on him to be your ace.
Future
I just think,
all-star.
Yeah, hopefully. I think keeping Skubal just checks off a box for this rebuild that we're in right now.
Spin more X.
No, we should not trade Skubal because nobody you will develop will be better than what Tarik Skubal is right now. Even Jackson Jobe. Jackson Jobe's peak will be what Tarik Skubal is right now. So you need to keep him. You need to keep that piece cemented, and you can't just keep. All right, we'll start the rebuild over again. All right, we're gonna do it over again. You got enough pieces. You got to focus on developing. Keep the one that is already developed.
I would even go as far as saying, and Nick put together some good trades here, but I would even go as far as saying, like, if you get a call from a team and it's not their top 3 or 4 prospects, you tell them to piss off and you hang up.
And if
absolutely for Skubal,
I'm saying like their top 4, and those guys have to be in the top 50 to 60 in the entire major leagues.
And if this team was like 40 games below 500 or like 20 games below 500, I would understand this talk a little bit. But they're not that far away from being a playoff team. They're like one bet away from being a playoff team. I don't understand why we're like, hey, let's trade the best player on this team, arguably the best player in the AL to restart. Like, I don't understand. We're 1 or 2 bats away from being a playoff team.
And they're just now getting hot.
Yes.
The young guys, too, are like starting to flash a little potential. I know the odds aren't in our favor to make it, but with as pitiful as this offense has been for a majority of the season, there's only 7 games out. And just hear me out on this piece of it, too. If you keep Skubal, don't you still have the option to trade him down the line? If not, and you have more contract control under that situation, too.
Value's as high as it's going to get right now because these teams are gunning for a World Series, and they're all pinned up against each other. I don't want to trade Skubal. We are in this position for one reason, and it's because Chris Ilitch and Scott Harris chose not to value high, or at least medium to high end bats. That's why this team's in the position right now that they're in, where Tarik Skubal is the #1 trade commodity on the market, and I don't want to trade him. But if it's getting talked about, like reports are coming out of MLB All-Star Weekend, and Tarik Skubal is the hottest name getting talked about right now. Chris, hit me with the first trade proposal. It's the LA Dodgers.
Okay.
All right, so this mock trade, can we get that blown up a little bit? Or
all right, we can blow that up a little bit. I guess.
Thank you, sir.
Player hate of the year for sure.
All right, so we're gonna go Tarik Skubal.
Baseball. What do you expect?
For Andy Pajes, a former top 100 prospect who has a .706 OPS in 77 games for the Dodgers. So you're getting a big league bat that immediately comes into this team and starts. You're getting Dalton Rushing, a catcher who's the number 48 prospect in baseball. He's 23 with an OPS of .836. Jose DePaula, outfielder, number 63 prospect in baseball. And Nick Frisco, a right-handed pitcher who comes in and takes his place in the rotation. You could kind of think of like a 5th starter, Matt Manning-esque type player. This is my third for a reason here, fellas. But how are you guys feeling around the room?
Absolutely not.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to answer this immaturely, actually. Fuck the Dodgers, so I'm not going to... I don't want the Tigers to be the Dodgers farm system. Like, I'm just not doing that. And, like, there's no chance. And Nick, those are the trades that are going to be proposed. So, like, this isn't a knock on you, but it's like... I will not pick up the phone if it's the LA Dodgers. Nope. I won't.
All those guys stink.
Honestly, those are the prospects that the Dodgers really have. Those are their top 3, and you got the big leaguer who's 23. That's the best I could come up with for a scenario with the Dodgers that are going to be trying to make this trade, and that's why they're third on my list of 3 teams. But this #2 one, I was actually really excited about putting this trade package together, where it made me think. It made me, maybe open my eyes to it. And it's the Boston Red Sox. They were the 3rd sneakily team that was linked to the Detroit Tigers' potential, and that's because they have to battle with the Yankees and the Orioles. And this is their 3 top prospects, who are all top 25 prospects in all of baseball. They're going to start right off the rip with Marcelo Mayer. He would immediately become your shortstop of the future and your #1 player in your organization when it comes to prospects. He was in the same draft as Jackson Jobe. He's a legit shortstop of the future type guy. And then you got Roman Anthony, an outfielder prospect who's 20 years old. He's got a .790 OPS. And that .790 OPS, you can compare to Max Clark, who has a .785 OPS.
Let's see.
So when you hear the number OPS and you think about these prospects, Max Clark in single A has a .785 OPS. And Roman Anthony, the 14th ranked prospect in baseball, has a 790 in AA. And then you go with Kyle Teals, who would be the catcher of the future, former top 6 overall pick, 22-year-old, 839 OPS, good catcher defensively, 60 arm and a 55 field grade. How are you guys feeling about this Boston Red Sox package for Tarik Skubal?
I like it better than the Dodgers one, that's for sure, but I'm still saying no on it. Like, I mean, that's a pretty decent offer for sure, but I need more than that.
Yeah, those are 3 great players, but again, it's just like I feel like I'm going to say it again. This might be a little bit immature, but I'm expecting we're not going to get it, but I'm expecting to see like a Juan Soto type.
I think this is 3 top 25 prospects in all of baseball. I think that's pretty close to a Juan Soto type deal.
Yeah, you're right. But like with a guy like Marcelo Mayer, with an already crowded, in like a farm system when it comes to infielders, especially because you just drafted a shortstop, I don't know if this is something that would really catch Scott Harris's eye. But Roman Anthony is definitely a stud, and I like Kyle Teal defensively as well. But I just still wouldn't do it.
Yeah, this one would actually make me think, because you're getting a shortstop of the future while not having to depend on the 19-year-old you just drafted, and then a catcher of the future, and then Roman Anthony, Duke and rake, and he's only 20 years old in AA. So it makes you think a little bit about it. And I mean, I would pick up the phone and say, what else can I get, Boston? That's where you maybe ask for a pitcher, to put in your rotation as well. But the number one that everybody's been waiting for is the number one prospect organization in all of baseball. It's the Baltimore Orioles. And it starts with the number one prospect in all of baseball. It is shortstop Jackson Holliday. He's hitting .913 OPS in AAA right now. He got a little taste of the big leagues.
Not great.
He didn't do well, but he was I believe he was 19 or 20 going up against obviously big league hitting. So Jackson Holliday would be the stud of this. You don't really see number one overall prospects go often in trades unless it's for an absolute superstar like Tarik Skubal. So then I got Samuel Basallo, the catcher, on this list as well. This is where you can pick and choose if you want to go the number 12 prospect in baseball in Basallo, or the number 15th in baseball in Colby Mayo, who I didn't put on here, but he is absolutely raking at AAA for Baltimore as well. Mayo is. And Basallo, like I said, catcher of the future for the Tigers. So you'd be getting a shortstop and a catcher, both top 12 in all of baseball. And then I threw in Popovich, a left-handed pitcher in this organization, who at AAA, he had a 3.18 ERA, big lefty, and he had a little taste of the majors. He had a 6.27 ERA, which is bad, but you know what Chris Fetter does with pitching, so you would try to recoup a little bit of a pitching prospect back. Fellas, the number one prospect in all of baseball and another top 12 prospect. Does that get you at least talking to the Orioles?
No. Throw in Mayo on top of those guys.
So Jackson, Holliday, Basallo, and Colby Mayo?
Yes.
And this lefty, K.
And
Popovich?
the lefty. And then I'll think about it.
Oh, yeah. If you had Mayo, I don't want to say yes. I don't want to. But, like, Mayo is the best hitter. When James Wood got called up, Mayo became the best hitter in the minor leagues. And would it concern you guys a little bit if they did offer Jackson Holliday? Because do you think that's saying, because they're very good at developing players.
No, I think they want to win a World Series this year.
And I believe because Gunnar Henderson turned into one of the biggest superstars in the game, and he's so young, where Jackson Holliday is expendable only for that reason, because Gunnar Henderson. And that's the same with Samuel Basallo. You got a guy like Adley Rutschmanson, who's like the best catcher prospect ever, and he's already a 2-time All-Star in his short time in the majors. That is the only reason why these guys are available.
Yeah, I still don't think I would. I mean, those are, again, just like the Red Sox trade, those are some players that are going to be all-stars. But I just long-term, I just think keeping Skubal. And obviously, I'd listen to that offer. I would mull it if I was Scott Harris. Only if Colby Mayo was involved. But, yeah, there's just, I don't know if it's just because I'm a homer and I love the Tigers and I love Tarik Skubal, but I just can't. I don't care if it's for the number one prospect in baseball. I just want to get rid of him.
So to play devil's advocate here, we obviously have the best pitching coach maybe ever in all of fucking baseball in Chris Fetter. Like, he's turning water into wine here when it comes to, I mean, you've seen Jack Flaherty have a completely revamped. That's a great point. But that's like why, and another reason why you have to be, or before I get there, you got to bring in a free agent arm if you do any of these deals. Like a top of the line guy that you actually pay, that you can depend on to be a top 3 starter, to pair with Reese Olson, and then that's where it is. Do you bring back Flaherty? Do you re-sign?
You have to bring back Flaherty.
I think you have to, no question, if you trade Skubal. But then another thing, we're all depending on Job to be this ace. He's got 177 innings in like 3 years in the minors. So the innings are not there when it comes to Job. The stuff is there, do not get me wrong. And if you pair Job with Chris Fetter, you are talking about a future all-star if he stays healthy. But you're not, I don't know if you're talking about off the rip, Cy Young contender.
Exactly.
He's going to have to learn the same way Tarik Skubal learned. But yeah, that's on the flip because the innings for Job scares me. But you would immediately have a starting shortstop in Jackson Holiday, starting third or first baseman in Mayo to pair with Colt Keith, Riley Green. Like, this lineup turns into, it looks like an Orioles type lineup right away, where you are ecstatic to watch the Tigers every night for these young guys. But then again, they might not pan out. And we've seen that in the past with Spencer Torkelson or a Casey Mize when it comes to pitching. Even the top prospects in all of sports. You talk about a Gavin Lux for the Dodgers. You talk about
you know what?
A Haniger, or not a Haniger, a Kalenic. A Kalenic, top 5 prospect that didn't pan out. You know, you have to think about that, but
you throw Mayo on that trade for the Orioles, and I'm doing it.
Yeah,
I would do it. I think with what this team is, with what ownership is, you have all of those prospects. Like, they're not all going to pan out, but at least 2 of them will.
Yeah.
And you add at least 2 of those guys to Colt Keith and Riley Green, who already look like they're going to be damn good MLB players. I have more faith that they are going to pay one starter. You could pay one starting pitcher rather than paying for 2 bats. I would do it if you add Mayo onto that Orioles trade.
Well, did you guys say that if we trade Skubal, we're 100% trading Jack Flaherty? Like, if you trade Skubal, they're both gone. We're not extending Jack Flaherty. Because then if they trade Skubal, that's them saying he doesn't fit the timeline. Jack Flaherty is 2 years older than Tarik Skubal. He doesn't fit that. That makes
stronger injury history.
I think if you trade Skubal, it's because you can revamp this lineup immediately with all-star type prospect talent.
Yeah, but then your pitching sucks.
That's why you could potentially re-sign Flaherty.
Yeah, but
he's had his back issues this year.
Yeah, and it's not even just that. Like, I get you're right, Nick. Like, if you trade Skubal, your lineup for the future is almost set if all these guys pan out and supposed to be the player they're supposed to be. But then you don't have an ace, and you look at like a bunch of teams in the past that could hit and they couldn't. They didn't have a starting rotation, so they didn't win many games to go deep in the playoffs.
Ryan in the Woodward Sports Chat, Michigan State guys settling for average. So the number 1 overall prospect in the MLB and 3 of the top 15 overall prospects in the MLB is average to you?
That's better.
That's pretty damn good average.
It's better than a Juan Soto trade.
Yes.
To be honest. And that's why I don't know if you could get Mayo in this deal or how you would like work it out, but
throw Torkelson in there.
Juan Soto for sale?
I would.
Throw Torkelson in there.
No, in the past.
We'll give you Skubal and Torkelson for that and Mayo.
Yeah, I mean, I'll throw in Flaherty if they're throwing in Mayo too.
Yeah.
I would. And you hopefully talk to Flaherty, but that's where Chris has to know his job, where he opens up the checkbook and continues to add pitchers that specifically Chris Fetter is like, okay, I can do something with that. So where he doesn't have to depend on Job to eat 150 innings next year. Even that's like a high bar for him.
And then when you do that, when you make that trade to bring in those guys, you can trade some of those other prospects that you have for an ace, for a starting pitcher.
Exactly.
You can trade some of the, I can't remember his name, the kid in Double-A, the infield. Yeah, Hyu Lee.
Yeah.
You could trade a McGonigal. You could trade those guys comfortably, knowing you've got better prospects already to get yourself one of those starters.
And because these are a lot of guys that we're talking about here came from the high school ranks, they were able to develop in a system. That's the way Scott Harris is drafting these players. If Jackson Holiday hits the ground running on this Tigers team, if they make this trade, our shortstop that we just took, number 11 overall, immediately becomes expendable to an arm.
Yeah. And imagine that 2-3-4 next year of Holiday, Keith, Green, or Holiday, Green, Keith.
And then Mayo at 5.
Yeah. That would be fucking nasty, dude.
You're talking about mashing, and these are guys that are under 24 years old that all have all-star type upside. Superstar in some of them.
Yes.
So it's like, it does make you think. But we are only in this position because Chris Ilitch did not add bats at the deadline, or else this team would be at least 3 or 4 games over 500 and looking at that wild card spot.
So can I ask this real quick? Who do you guys expect to move up?
What do you mean?
Next year.
Holiday would be your starting shortstop for sure.
He would be probably right away.
Yeah, immediately.
You immediately bring him up.
Young moving up too?
Maybe.
He'll be in the majors this year.
Yeah.
He'll be a September
He'll be a
call-up.
September call-up this year, yeah.
Who else?
Probably Dillinger or Dingler will probably be a September call-up as well.
Third base?
This guy Mayo,
Catcher.
this guy Mayo would immediately get called
Mayo
up.
would be an immediate call-up, yeah.
Basalo might take until next year or the year after. But he is like a starting catcher of the future with massive upside when it comes to hitting, which we have not seen in a very long time. Dylan Dingler, we'll see where he's at, but
You give me those 3 and a pitching prospect, I'll give you Skubal.
yeah.
But this is where I'm thinking. You guys tell me if I'm right. If I'm anywhere, anything that makes sense. Because this is how I look at this team. I'm definitely keeping Skubal. I just feel like, Nick, and you said it, maybe I should have you elaborate on this one. And I get probably because he's having obviously a Cy Young season, but like, why is it the highest you'll get for Skubal now? Like, is there not a chance that you could trade for?
Because
he is the best pitcher in the MLB right now, and the Orioles have the #1 farm system in the MLB right now, and they are going to make a trade for a starting pitcher at this deadline, no matter what.
Yeah.
If it's not Skubal, it's going to be somebody else. It's going to be Chris Sale. It's going to be somebody else.
Okay.
They have 2 starters that got hurt, the Orioles specifically. So they have Grayson Rodriguez and they have Corbin Burns, who we just saw pitch last night. If they could get a third ace-type guy, they're easily the favorite to win the World Series. And right now, compared to the offseason, they get them for this World Series run, the next World Series run, and the third one, compared to just getting them for 2.
Do you believe you can still get a haul for Skubal in the future, though? Obviously, this year you could hold them ransom.
Yes.
Yeah, you
could.
Okay. So I'm just okay.
But not this.
But not this haul.
And I understand. Why not keep him? You have Flaherty. You're not if you're saying we're out of the wild card, we're not making it. Why not get rid of Flaherty? Get what you can for him. You're saying we got Dingler coming up as a catcher, so Carson Kelly's expendable as well too.
Yep.
Like move off those guys. You know what you need to address in the
with
offseason.
those guys, you'll get guys like Hao-Yu Lee. You'll get AA guys who look pretty good. For Skubal, you will get surefire can't miss prospects.
But I want to keep Skubal. I'm keeping him. I don't just want to get rid of him. But
Me
in this
neither.
scenario, though,
I don't want to get rid of him either, unless it's for that.
I'm saying you keep him. You move Flaherty, Kelly,
Canna, Urshela.
You'll get maybe 3 top 100 prospects if you trade all 4 of those
But you
guys.
have this offseason to
you
then
might
address.
get 1.
Yeah,
You're getting decent prospects for Flaherty.
you'll get it'll be the same
Boys,
thing as
Orioles
it'll be the
aren't
exact
taking
same
them.
thing as the Lorenzen trade last year.
Boys.
You'll get the exact same player,
That's what we got
exact
Young,
same
right?
caliber.
No,
That's where we got Hao-Yu Lee.
No,
It'll
you're
be the same exact
You're getting a better
quality.
prospect for Flaherty.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he's an
still a dog.
Lorenzen was just like it was pretty evident that he was a flash in the pan. Other teams knew that, but Flaherty changed everything about himself as a pitcher.
But he's still you're only getting Flaherty for 3 months.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why the only guy on this list that I had that Flaherty could maybe get is possibly the second prospect on the Dodgers, Jose De Paula, who's a 19-year-old upside swing.
I'm just saying in general, we know
I don't
what
think you
needs
get
to
a
be
top
addressed.
50 guy.
Like we know heading into this offseason what needs to be addressed. It's obviously the hitting. Like you could off Flaherty now, off Kelly for now. I like Urshela. I'm not like you guys in baseball. Keep some of those guys.
He's a single year, like he's gone after this year anyway.
That's right. We have a lot of single year contracts. Yeah. Okay, off those contracts, address what needs to be addressed. We clearly know what we need at this point. You have those other prospects moving up. I feel like we're a lot closer than like people think we are.
I just think that would be some like sorry ass shit by Scott Harris if he trades Tarik Skubal. Like I get it.
Really would be.
Like that's like those.
Unless it's that haul.
Yeah, that haul's crazy, but it's like I'm just so tired, and I know I need to be mature about it and whatever, but I'm just so tired of losing. And you have this guy he's the best pitcher in baseball. And that's, like I said, you checked off a box. He's your ace of the future. Like, I just.
So are you comfortable that he is going to sign him for a $300 million deal?
I am comfortable. I think that will be Chris Ilitch's first big purchase will be Tarik Skubal.
Okay.
And I think it comes sooner rather than later.
That's fair.
Plus, who's selling out the park like Skubal?
And if we do keep Skubal, which is an if right now, I mean, the conversations are crazier than they have ever been. I know we've talked about it all season, but right now, his value is the highest, especially great start in the All-Star, not great inning in the All-Star game. If you keep Skubal, I need a first baseman of the future in the offseason, and I need a shortstop.
Yeah.
Those two things. I don't care if you need to load up 30 years, 2 years, 30 million. Like, you need to give me those two things for this team to be contending next year for a playoff spot.
The only reason that, or the only thing that keeping Skubal would make sense is if you go out and buy back. If you keep Skubal and do the same thing you did this offseason, where you just get more rental players, you're a piece of shit and I hate you. If you keep Skubal and you go, you sign an Albies, or you sign a Pete Alonso, or you sign somebody like that, I'll be like, okay, I can see the vision there. But if you keep Skubal and just keep kicking the can down the road, you're a piece of shit. Burn in the Woodward Sports Chat says, because Skubal will never be as valuable as he is right now, and the Orioles had so much young talent, they need to get rid of guys now. And it's crazy to say the number one prospect in baseball is expendable, but like Nick said, he is, because Gunnar Henderson is a top 3 player in the MLB.
Yeah. It'd be like the Royals having like the best prospect in baseball, and they have Bobby Witt Jr. starting at short every night.
Yeah, I'm just saying, I feel like we're a lot closer to people who realize. I saw a post by Shout out to our Credential Tigers beat reporter, too, Matthew Broder in the Woodward Sports Chat. But he had a phenomenal post about him pitching the biggest comeback in American baseball history, if I'm not mistaken. They were down like 13 or 14 to 1 or something like that back when he was at Michigan. But we established that the other day when we were just reminiscing on the good old times. We had a stacked roster, spending all this damn money that hot teams that may have been less talented than us whooped our fucking ass. Mm-hmm. And like, we see this team getting hot right now. I think you could, if they're willing to address that in the offseason, spend a little bit of bread. You have the guys moving up. Jung, Dillinger, when's Job? I mean, Job's 2 years away. He'll
be probably
depends on how many innings I think he gets at the end of the year. If he keeps getting innings and not getting hurt, he could be on the roster coming out of camp next year.
Yeah,
I feel like you could be somewhere. At least, am I tripping? Like competing? Like,
I think you would be better, like if you got that haul and left Skubal, because you still have those guys coming up, and you have even more guys coming up too.
Caleb,
I disagree. I think Tarik Skubal, I mean, you found him. You found your guy. But I will say,
I love Skubal, and I don't want to trade him.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like I said, but if they offer you 3 top 15 prospects in baseball, it's hard to say no to that.
Yeah, but you already have a guy that's like, we're talking about guys that haven't seen major league pitching yet. You know what I mean? But I'm not one of those guys that pushes that a ton, where it's like, oh, these, you don't even know. Like, I get these guys are good. Jackson Holliday, Kobe Mayo, they're all good. I can't remember the name off the top of my head, but the catcher, he's good.
Basalo.
But I will say, I think both of you said it. If Chris Ilitch and Scott, okay, so if they keep Skubal and they extend him and they don't buy bats this offseason, that is the dumbest thing of all time.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
think
that's what's going to happen. I don't have faith that they're going to buy bats.
I think they will, because you just invested. You know, if we give them a 6-year contract, they're not dumb guys. They're going to know that, like, okay, if we just sign this pitcher, we need. Because they don't really have a pitcher on the payroll right now that they're paying over $20 million.
No, their highest one's Kenta Maeda.
Yeah.
And if you give Tarik Skubal $35-40 million, you got to protect them, and that's buying bats.
Yeah, but you think Chris Ilitch is going to pay Skubal $300-400 million and then pay $100 million for a bat and $100 million for another bat? Or do you think he would go with the young guys and pay one pitcher?
I
think that's way more reasonable.
You need multiple bats.
Yes, you need at least 2 bats.
It's not like we're desperate for talent in the farm system, though. Max Clark, McGonigal.
But those guys are 4 years away.
Single A.
Jung's
coming up next year, yeah.
Yeah, but Max Clark and McGonigal, who are your 2 best prospects other than Job, are in single A.
They're not going to be Spencer Torkelson, bro.
They're not going to be here for 4 years.
What if Holiday doesn't figure it out? What if Holiday doesn't figure it out in AAA? Because he's been bad in AAA.
No.
And when he came up and saw Major League pitching, he was okay. Last year, Holiday was gross in the minor leagues. Holiday came up and played in the majors.
Good or gross bad?
He was great. He came up this year and sucked, and then went to AAA and then was bad.
How many games
All
did
right,
he play?
Caleb, I got you.
Like
real quick.
12
I think
or something.
He played. He got like 30,
Who's
37
who's
at-bats.
more likely
But
to
I'm-
not be good? Jace Young or Jackson Holiday?
Probably
Jackson Holiday.
I don't know. Jace Young has been raking.
Not raking like Jackson Holiday.
This year, Jackson Holiday's
Hold
been
numbers,
awful.
Nick. Okay, I want to tell you this. In AAA, Riley Green had a .912 OPS. Jackson Holiday, as a 20-year-old, has a .913. So, like, he has a better OPS. That's this season, Caleb. Like, it might not look as great as his
AAA?
stats did last year. Yes. Holidays didn't. But this guy is 20 years old. He has the most upside of any player, and that's why he's the #1 ranked shortstop. #1 ranked player in all the minor leagues is because this guy has the potential to be Hunter Henderson, to be Corey Seager, but like legitimate. Like, he's 20 years old. Like, this guy has the highest upside, and that's why this is the only reason why this is a discussion.
Yeah, and
is
this year
because it's Jackson Holiday.
He's got 238 at bats, and like you said, he's got a 913 OPS.
And when it comes to Mayo, he has a .983 OPS. That's 70 points higher than Riley Green
What's
in
Young's?
Let
AAA.
me see.
Yeah,
Keep
check
talking.
that real quick.
888.
Yep. So there we go. I mean,
It's kind of close.
these discussions get heated because we care so much about this team to be good, and these are massive decisions that either get your GM fired, or you build a statue for the guy if he builds a winning organization for the next 10 years, where you're continuously moving on in the playoffs and you get looks at a World Series.
888
So,
more at bats too.
This is the biggest decision of Scott Harris's career. Maybe the biggest
Yeah, he's
decision.
also 3 years older than him.
Maybe the biggest decision in the Tigers'
And he
history
can't
of the
play
trade
defense.
deadline.
Yeah,
That's where we're
this
at.
is the biggest decision in the Tigers in the past 20 years. Like, this is the biggest decision for them in the state of their franchise.
Do you guys feel like the Orioles will actually?
And I'm cool with either way. I do think the Orioles would offer the house. If the Orioles offer those 3 in a pitcher, I'm doing it. If they keep Skubal, okay, but you got to buy bets.
Yes.
You have to, and I'm not talking Mark Canha, Gio Urshela bets. I'm talking about actual MLB All-Star bets.
So just one more thing, actually, before we leave. We're not leaving, obviously. We're coming back, but what's the offseason look like in that scenario? Or do you want to talk about that when we come back?
Still when we come back.
All right. Spinny, where do you get your haircut from?
Lady Jane's. Awesome is when a guy can be a guy and get an amazing haircut. That's Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. Stop in, sit back, relax, and let one of Lady Jane's talented stylists make you look and feel great. Walk in anytime, 7 days a week. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome. And Premier Pet Supply. Premier Pet Supply is hands down Michigan's best pet store. Same prices and all the conveniences, the online and big box retailers, with one major difference. They're family and locally owned and operated for over 30 years. 60 brands of food and nutrition experts to help you. Same day local curbside home delivery. Premier Pet Supply, give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists. Enjoy a precision haircut, hot lather neck shave, scalp and neck massage, and a hot towel treatment to top it off. Enter for your chance to win the $50,000 Perfect Bracket Challenge. With more than 25 Metro Detroit locations, there's always a Lady Jane's near you. Lady Jane's Haircut for Men, open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Are you dealing with divorce, child custody,
Yes.
visitation, or other family law issues? Kevin and Catherine at KDK Law in Birmingham will have your back. 10 plus years of experience and 24/7 availability. Scan the QR code on the screen or just call 248-971-0476. That's 248-971-0476. If you and your wife are disagreeing on the Skubal situation, stuff's getting hot, just give them a call. It's 248-971-0476. Tell them the Heavyweight sent you, and they will pay your filing fee. KDK Law, they've got your back. Also, Dispo Dispensary, guys, right now, you have an opportunity of a lifetime to win an autographed helmet and or jersey from your favorite football team, you see the color, you know what team we're talking about, you know these guys are plugged up, just scan the QR code, bring it to any dispo location. Not only will you get $10 in store, but you're automatically entered into that raffle to win that signed helmet and or jersey by your favorite football team. Dispo Dispensary, your local campus plug. You must be 21 to participate.
Welcome back. Here's why Caleb's an idiot. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's a tough debate, man. It is.
What's the offseason look like you make this Orioles trade? And what's the timeline?
The offseason next year, you'd be...
Are you still grabbing those bats?
No, you
What are
don't
you
have
shopping
to.
for?
You're shopping for a starter.
And the number one starter would be Corbin Burns, who the Baltimore Orioles,
Bro.
I don't know if they would
30,
be
how is
able
he?
to
30,
do it.
28?
He's the guy that just started in the All-Star game. He's 30 years old.
Did he get rocked too?
No.
He had 2 base runners.
He's a great pitcher.
I have one quick question.
Great
This is
kisser.
going to be a very ignorant baseball question.
Super good kisser.
Great kisser. Phenomenal.
Dude, that would be fire if we got Corbin. If we signed Corbin Burns and got their whole fucking
team.
Yeah, that would be nuts.
You would have to give him the 300.
You're smiling.
No,
You wanna
I
do
would.
it. No.
The reason I was foul, I wouldn't do it. No.
Because you're thinking about kissing
No,
him.
I wouldn't. Huh?
You're smiling. You're thinking about kissing him.
Yes.
Last night, there's a lot of D-Rod, and I love Scoob too, and I appreciate him representing the city too, him and Marley Green. Did I send those pictures at all, Chris?
Oh, let me see.
Of the boys in the
Buffs?
Yeah, the boys in the Buffs.
No, you did not.
I did not. That's all right. It's tough. I
You could
appreciate him
sign Joey
representing the city.
Votto.
But people kind of riding Scubal's inning.
Dude.
They were still getting hit. They were just pop flying. Is that like still like a...
Yeah, you get home run hitters to just hit fucking pop-ups. I mean, he said like, "Oh, I couldn't miss your barrel."
You got a
but
1-2-3 inning. Yeah.
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 You're going up against the
it
best
wasn't like
of
he
the
was
best.
striking them out though.
So?
Those
You
guys
got a
don't want
1-2-3 inning.
And those
Like-
guys don't want to strike out in the All-Star game.
Yeah.
They're doing everything just to hit that ball.
Did you have the all-star defenders? I mean, all right. I was just
Let's
wondering.
see. So
saw a lot of riding last night.
Bats,
I was like, okay, they're hitting the ball though.
bats you could try to sign next year would be Juan Soto,
Not happening.
Teoscar Hernandez,
Possibly.
Really?
Pete Alonso,
Yes.
Alex Bregman.
Yes, I would take him as a.
Pete Alonso just choked
Let's
in the
see.
Derby.
Shut up,
Get
Chris.
Matt
that bum outta
Chapman.
here.
No, Matt Chapman's gonna opt out, but he probably won't
He's
do
a
it.
great baseball player.
Josh Bell, Ozuna is a club option.
Ozuna, they're gonna keep him.
So here's the thing. That's like fantasy land because they're not gonna spend that bread.
Well, if you're keeping Skubal, that's the bread you have to
Oh
spend.
yeah, if you keep, I'm talking about this. I'm talking about the scenario where we make the trade.
Yeah, if in the scenario you make the trade, you're not signing bats. So the scenario they make you trade, the starters you're looking
And what's
at.
the timeline too?
What do you mean?
The timeline to be contending.
Yes.
Next season.
Yeah, you'd be
Right away.
You'd be
I
trying.
think you're in the same spot.
You'd be
you
trying
are
to
right
win
now.
the Central next season.
No, you're not. You are not in the same
Caleb's
spot you
face.
are now. I mean, you just lost the best pitcher in baseball.
But if
you're
you
not in the
sign-
same spot.
But if you sign, I don't know if they would, but this is where you think about, you got to be playing chess here. If you trade Tarik Skubal, that Baltimore organization is going to have to pay Adley Rutschmanson, Gunnar Henderson, Rodriguez the pitcher. I don't know if they could even afford Corbin Burns at that point, and this isn't even talking about the all the other great people in their lineup that they're going to have to pay. Do you think they can bring back Corbin Burns, Caleb?
Yeah, I mean, if they do bring Corbin Burns, that'd be pretty gangster by Scott Harris.
Yeah,
if they do trade Tarik
Here
Skubal, that
are
would be
free.
sick.
Here are
That'd be
some
hard
free
as fuck.
agent
Steal their
pitchers.
pitcher, too.
Here's some free agent pitchers you'd be looking at. Max Scherzer,
Nice.
I would take a 2-year deal, pay him $50 million.
Patrick Corbin.
Actually, yeah, no.
Let's see. Corbin Burns.
Yeah,
Yes.
No, he sucks.
Max Fried.
Yes.
Shane Bieber.
Yes.
Are these realistic?
Luis Cervino.
Are these realistic acquisitions?
Yes, I would take a look.
I want to ask you because you're the guy that's always claiming they don't want to spend the bread.
Alex Cobb.
If you make this trade, you know that you are weakening your starting rotation right away, especially if Flaherty goes with it. So you immediately have to replenish that for the same reason I said this year about our young bats. You need to replenish this system for our young arms, specifically Jackson Jobe. You cannot depend on him to go out there 6-7 innings a night. It's never going to happen for a guy like Jackson Jobe. If you can rely on him to throw 5 strong, yes, that's perfect. But you cannot rely on Jackson Jobe next year to throw more than, like I said, 150 innings would be a freaking miracle if he was able to do that, which I don't think so. So you have to bring in these veteran pitchers to help. And I believe if you can get them on a 1, 2, 3 year deal, they will do it because it'll benefit them in the future because of Chris Fetter to get a next contract.
And like I said, I have more faith in this front office paying one starter $100 million than re-signing Skubal for $300 million and buying $200 million bets. I have more faith in them paying one guy than paying three.
Skubal doesn't need to be paid for a couple years, so he won't.
Yeah, but if you
send
don't
them
trade
to
him
the
now,
poorhouse.
you got to pay him.
Well, no, I think he's talking about the Orioles grabbing that mean like we wouldn't get Burns. They could keep them both.
Wait, what?
Yeah, they could because everyone's still super young. But
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you're trying to lock up your guys, like they're going to probably try to lock up a lot of their young talent this offseason, like we saw Scott Harris do with Colt Keith. But now those guys are proven. So instead of it being a 9-year $100 million or whatever, or 9-year $80 million that we gave Colt Keith, they're going to try to do like 7-year $210, $220, like with a lot of these guys, or else they will lose them.
And again, this could be a negative question as well, but Chris Fetter, is he a guy that's not going to get more opportunities or higher?
That's exactly how long are you going to have Chris Fetter? That's what I got to ask too.
I think you immediately make him the highest paid bench coach in the league if you go through with this deal, because you need to rely on him to develop maybe some not top tier arms like a Kite or Montero to become a 4th, 5th starter that we've seen a little bit, or a Matt Manning to actually be beneficial to this team. And that goes along with a Casey Mize. You need to depend on one of those three, or two of those three, to basically be your 4 and 5. And that's why you need to sign one of these top pitchers to become your 1 through 3.
Caleb, how long do we have Chris Fetter?
I think, as long as AJ Hinch is there. They have a good relationship.
Is he guys going to get a managing opportunity?
He could, but poaching like that is like not the same as Ben Johnson getting offers from different teams. It's not necessarily the same like football, but yeah, I think Nick's right. You do have to make a guy like Chris Fetter the highest paid bench coach, pitching coach in the league. You got to show him that we appreciate you here and we know what you've done. With guys like Reese Olson, even a guy like Tarik Skubal. But yeah, I think we'll have him. Like I said, I think we'll have him as long as we have AJ Hinch.
Fetter?
You got to keep Fetter as long as possible. If he doesn't get offered a skipper position, then you should keep him here. And you guys, I agree. You got to make him the highest paid bench coach in the MLB. He is arguably the most important coach, non-head coach in the MLB.
And that comes down to Chris.
Illich.
No doubt. It comes down to Chris Illich to make that and open the checkbook for these pitchers.
And if he doesn't, I'm gonna burn down my local Little Caesars.
So if he makes this trade,
not admissible in court.
I saw that on Twitter.
Allegedly.
With the little girl smiling meme, seeing the thing burn behind it. It's a Little Caesars. That was pretty funny.
No Diddy.
But
no Toronto.
Yeah, so if,
no Drake.
So say we're all
no Drizzy.
No toaster car.
Yeah, no. What was that guy's name? Roger. No Roger.
No Roger.
If we do the same thing we did this offseason, not spend any money, we just keep kicking it down the line, we have to trade him, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Say it one more time.
If we don't,
the way he looked was so lame.
If we don't spend any money in the offseason and bring in an actual pitcher or actual bats, depending on which way you go with this trade or don't trade.
If they don't trade Skubal and they do the same thing they did last
down.
season, they're fucking stupid.
Yeah, I was going to say that just means they're the worst front office in baseball, and they're just going to let Skubal walk. That's what's going to end up happening. But no, that's not what's going to end up happening. Chris Illich, you're going to spend your money. But yeah, if you keep Skubal and you don't spend money, that's like the dumbest thing maybe of all time.
Yeah.
Agreed, fellas. God
bless it.
God bless America. I
Apple
wish.
pie and baseball.
Yeah, this is why I wish we fucking spent in the offseason so we didn't have to have this conversation. But we are, and if you get 3 of the top 15 prospects in baseball, that's a Juan Soto type haul that transforms your franchise for the next 15 years. So you got to at least debate it. And if you're not debating it, I think you got to look yourself in the mirror a little bit.
Too many have-tos in this conversation, says here on Mark M. You got to be in or out in one of them. You have to be all in or all out on one of them.
I think
you're either going in for Skubal and making plays for batters in the offseason, or you're shipping Skubal now and you're going for prospects. You can't be 1 foot in the door because 1 foot in the door gets you 7 games out of a wild card spot. You need to be all in or you need to be all out.
I think Mark still thinks Spencer Torkelson's going to be a superstar.
God, I hope.
That's where Mark's at.
Well, let me tell you guys.
Mark. Thanks for the support.
Appreciate you, Mark. Let me tell you guys about Planet Fitness. Planet Fitness is fitness that fits your budget. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by, more than 50 in Metro Detroit and thousands more throughout the world. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym, tons of equipment, a friendly, knowledgeable staff, and a totally judgment-free atmosphere. And did you know all Planet Fitness memberships include fitness training for no extra cost? You can upgrade to the Black Card and get use of amenities like the hydro massage chairs, total body enhancement, and access to over 2,500 locations around the world. For more information, join today at your local Planet Fitness or go to planetfitness.com. Planet Fitness, where fitness is essential.
Braylon Edwards here, Premier Pet Supply. Man, just looking around, who's got it better than pets? Come on, a baby stroller for Coda? A chef for Lola? Really? You don't have to tell me who the real boss here is. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody, especially here at Premier Pet Supply. For over 30 years and more than 13 locations, Premier Pet Supply has everything that your pet can dream of. And guess what? It's all under one roof. Premier Pet Supply, family owned, operated, and proud to call Metro Detroit home. Check out premierpetsupply.com or scan the QR code today. Who's got it better than pets? Nobody!
What is it, the merch? Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch. They got hoodies, tees, hats, all that. Very exciting stuff, Spencer. Head on over to woodwardsports.com. Click that shop tab today. Get yourself some brand new merch.
What up, the welcome back?
That was.
That's not crazy talk. This is crazy talk. Oh, man. I love SpongeBob.
Smash the like button, be your friend, tell a friend.
Why don't we take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else?
Did you see the so at the dealership I work with my boy Sammy. He's Italian as fuck.
What dealership?
Of course.
Shout out.
Hit me up, you guys need a whip. Shout out.
What do you do there?
I sell cars.
Where can they contact you?
Used cars or brand new Ford vehicles.
How could they contact you?
That's a great
if they want to buy a car from my friend Easy.
Why? You could just directly contact me on any social media platform or call my direct line that I don't have. 248-206-6783.
That's awesome.
Hit them up.
I'll call you for a car that I want to purchase.
Yeah. Easy. Suburban Ford referred it.
I'll take 7.
Anyway, I guess the latest episode, Patrick's house ended up being like this Italian turtle.
That's it's not the latest episode, but that is an episode. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a turtle sleeping the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh, how long have I been out?
But Sammy's so Italian, he's like offended by it. Like, oh, what is this?
Oh, I got him sleeping. No, that's a funny episode.
We don't talk like that. Shout out to Sammy. Shout out to Suburban Ford referring to hit me up. You guys need a whip. Actually, if you guys got like a junk car, I have a customer who like needs it. It's for like a trade-in, so hit me up for real. But
okay, yeah, if you have like money.
Yeah.
I'm really poor right now.
It's fair too. Cash tag me 31.
No. Do you have anything that can make me happy? Please.
We did do a head coach ranking. However,
Scabbard.
I want to give it its proper time. We have 15 minutes left of the show. I'm gonna save it for tomorrow. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right. Can we just dismiss this? 'Cause we only have like 6 minutes left. Brandon Ayuk.
What about it?
It's not happening.
No, it's not happening. Why would we do that?
Why?
We're going to be in the same situation as the 49ers. Let's bring in Brandon Ayuk to not pay him.
Yeah. And he wants to be paid, by the way. That's why he wants to be traded.
It's not going to happen.
Yeah.
He's going to go to the Jags or the...
I heard the Patriots were interested.
Play with that bus Drake May.
Patriots, and I think he outright said, I remember he posted a video talking to him on FaceTime too. Posted a video of their tape, practice tape, not even like last year's tape. You shouldn't have access to that as an opponent, but he also posted a practice tape, the Washington Commanders.
That would be nasty, honestly.
I'd be happy for
with
Jaden
Scary
Daniels.
Terry.
With Scary Terry, yeah. They lost Curtis Samuel. They still got.
Yeah, we go to Buffalo. That might be a sleeper, a little fancy pick there. So yeah, no other receivers.
Curtis Samuel does me well in fantasy.
He's your boy.
Yeah, he was my third flex for a lot of last year. And he was doing pretty damn well. Jahan Dotson, Brandon Ayuk, and Scary Terry would be fucking nasty though.
That would be fire.
With Brian Thomas.
There'd be no. Well, I guess it's rookie year still. I guess the Giants are almost traded up for him too.
Jaden Daniels, yeah.
Which, like, how crazy? That's a crazy play.
Shout out Gun Guy, take your pants off.
Is anybody else watching this Hard Knocks?
No.
It's like a GM version of it. And it's just like
they don't have any players to highlight.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the thing.
Their only good players got traded or retired.
They're getting clowned for the way they handled the Saquon Barkley situation.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't franchise him where you could have got something else returned. You didn't trade him. You knew you weren't going to re-sign him at the deadline last year. You weren't making the playoffs. So that shit was stupid. And then, like, now you're in a situation, too. They're just like Joe Shane. If hope all goes well, I know you have a family to take care of and whatnot.
Yeah, he's taking care of his family.
Bro, if they have a losing record this year, this guy's losing his job.
I don't like that either.
They're in there talking about trading for Jaden Daniels, who's in their division now. It's like out that they like.
I'm definitely not, calling. I don't like calling for people's jobs, but like these guys, I don't give a fuck if they get fired. They are millionaires. They'll be fine. It's not like if one of us gets fired or like a regular Joe gets fired they won't be able to feed their family. These guys are multimillionaires.
The rest
they
of the
can
$1
get fired and they'll
gets
be fine.
Guaranteed.
Yeah. Like, I don't give a fuck if you guys get fired.
That's actually very true. You're right. I'm with you on that one. Fuck him. Fire him. He's on the fast track anyway. All right.
Fuck them all.
One thing, too, I just want to get off my chest. A couple things, actually. Moving on to another wide receiver talking about trading. Devontae Adams. If you guys watching receiver.
Devontae.
He's fucking throwing fits. In Detroit, actually.
He's looking pretty diva-ish.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, really diva.
I mean, most receivers are divas, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Till's oldest time.
That's fair. Either way, I'm just kind of grossed out by like the media's trying to force this trade to the Jets so fucking hard, and it's like kind of gross to me because the Raiders are invested. I know they don't have the quarterback, and I know they don't have expectations to do anything this year. However, they are paying Devontae Adams. They are paying Max Crosby. They just grabbed Christian Wilkins and put on the inside of him on the defensive line. Almost got a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. Almost got some no Diddy. But either way, no Roger. The Raiders are. I think they're like going to see what they wanted, what they can do at the very least. And here's the media just trying to force the trade. This is the NBA where a superstar can demand the trade, go where he wants. This is also a guy that gave up assets to get before making him one of the highest paid wide receivers. I know it's been surpassed at that point. I think it's just fucking gross to me. To be honest with you, it's gross.
Yeah.
Do you think that in receiver when Adams and Rodgers they went out to dinner or whatever, do you think the conversation a lot of the conversation with them was Adams saying like I'm coming to New York? Like do you think
Aaron
he wants
it? Aaron was on the golf course the other day before the camera guy left them. They asked him about Devontae Adams.
Like, but I'm saying, do you think Devontae was like I'm coming? Like if you can make this happen, I'm in.
I don't know if he can make it happen though.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
true. ENT makes a good point. He went to Vegas to play with Carr. And they got rid of him 7 months later. So I wouldn't hold any loyalty to them. He literally went to Vegas because he wanted to play with Derek Carr.
His college teammate.
Yeah. That was his quarterback.
That's
Fuck that, dude. I would have no loyalty to any of these bums. You can get traded any day. They don't have any loyalty to you.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, we're all in this year.
Well,
you signed Josh McDaniels as the head coach and Jimmy Garoppolo is your starting quarterback. You're all in for a fucking top 5 draft pick. That's what you're all in for.
Yeah, I mean, it ain't. I'm not asking for loyalty, but I'm just saying, like, you can't. I just feel like the Raiders are getting bullied into like just. No, obviously, at the end of the day, they're going to decide they want to make the trade or not. But like, they're trying to bully them into making the trades. Like, bro, they don't fucking like let them hit the season first. Let them see let them hit fucking training camp.
That's a good episode of South Park.
Like they're invested. They're spinning bread on this team right now. Let them see what they got. I don't know. I think it's distasteful.
That's a good episode of South Park when they're talking about illegally streaming music. It's like Metallica's drummer wanted to get a live shark exhibit put into his pool, but because of illegal streamers, he'll have to wait a week to have it put in.
Yeah, man. At the dealership, we had someone come in who retired from music in like 2017, still racking up $1 million a year, and it's not even like you wouldn't even know who
just
he
royalties,
was. If I told you. Yeah, bro, just a cult following. He's just still getting bread. To be fair, he had a Disney check too, though.
Probably
Disney
also-
chick?
They used one of his songs. in, like,
Yeah,
kids
that's
show.
what I was gonna. That's just what I was about to ask. Is he's probably got some publishing with some high level commercial or movie or something? Because that's
I'll tell you
how a
how to break
lot
it
of
up from what
people
I've seen.
eat.
Dude, commercial money would be nice.
I mean, push it.
Hey, if
T's
you want me
making a
to
killing.
do a commercial for your business, I'm a cheap slut.
Honest God, yes.
Me and Easy will do a commercial for you guys.
You guys ever heard of the Kind bars? They're like the
Kind bars are
granola-
good, yeah.
they're good.
I love Kind bars.
This guy in my apartment, he's a DJ. He makes music. He got it for he got a Kind commercial.
I love Kind bars.
Well,
I eat them all the time before my workout, after my workout, in the morning.
Just
for
'cause.
snack.
Anytime I've had a great take, it's because I ate a Kind bar.
Because I ate a Kind bar, yeah.
Honestly, yeah.
When Flannel said that Ben Wallace wasn't a Hall of Famer, it's because I took away his Kind bar.
That day, I remember that.
Yeah.
We had an HR meeting about it. 'cause
And we did.
We take our
Gotta
Kind bars
keep the Kind
serious.
bars out here.
Here, for sure.
Never forget,
And
Pusha T has
not-
McDonald's and Arby's.
Not
Pusha
to
T's
flex
killing it.
to anybody who's interested. I am in a Netflix documentary. So
Yeah, true.
He is.
Broadcaster 6.
some
That
notoriety.
changed. Yeah, I'm live in the flesh.
Some notoriety here. Amon-Ra knows me.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
I think I'm
He
sold.
does. He saw my edit.
Yeah.
He did. I said it to Jesse. I was like, show us Amon-Ra.
What edit?
The edit I made of him on Twitter.
Oh, no.
Hell yeah.
You liked it?
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Fuck you. Oh no. You're just a hater, dude.
Not a hater.
That's all you are.
We were honest with you. Everybody in the
All
chat was
because
honest with you. We were like, Spinny, can we do some work?
All because you can't get a good picture with Calvin.
Yeah.
You don't gotta take it out.
I am
on
0 for
sense.
2.
Hey.
Tell us about Boys and Girls Club.
Okay, the Boys and Girls Club. Join the best youth football league in Metro Detroit. The Boys and Girls Club of Southeastern Michigan 3C Sport League offers youth ages 5 to 14 with 6 exciting teams to choose from in locations of Detroit, Belleville, Highland Park, and East Point. All coaches are trained, certified, and undergo background checks. Register for football or cheer at bgcsm.org. Equipment, meals, and transportation included, all with the chance to play at Ford Field for the championship where the Lions play. All this for just $175 per child. Put the youth back in youth sports.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Yo, let me just say, I love Planet Fitness.
Trying out Planet Fitness and dang, they got lots of equipment.
Not me getting a Planet Fitness membership just for the 24-hour perk.
Listen, the PF Black Card is worth every penny for this hydro massage. I'm a new man.
Did y'all know that the PF app has workouts you can do at home? Cheapest therapy I can find is Planet Fitness.
All the benefits, all for less. Planet Fitness, big fitness energy for all.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Guardian Alarm offers you customized solutions from real experts. Their professional technicians take the time to recommend security and automation solutions specific to your needs. They also have 24/7 professional monitoring. You can call them anytime, day or night. No Guardian Alarm team member will stay on the phone as long as needed. And of course, they have technology backed by people. Your safety and security deserves technology that's been proven to work and people who have been proven to care. So call them at 1-800. That's 1-800.
Stay out.
And let them know Woodward Sports sent you.
Oh my God. Alondis Williams.
edging over there.
Fucking filthiest dunk of Summer League by far.
Oh, yeah.
Damn, it's been a while.
That was pretty nasty.
It's been a while for you, Spencer.
Gross.
Where's how am I missing?
That one was close. That was,
it
backside, back left.
Too hard? Pause?
Yeah.
What's your shooting percentage, you think?
Pretty low.
Chris, there's a video I sent.
Worse than Ron
I mean, if
Holland.
I could see the bucket, it'd be higher.
What'd you say, Easy?
Actually, a couple videos. We could just bullshit right now.
I grabbed those videos from yesterday too. I don't know what the hell they are.
I didn't even realize. How much? So did you grab all of them? Or
I
these ones
grabbed
from the day
every
before?
single video that
yesterday
was
on?
even the ones at night after the show.
Well, I guess first.
Which one do you want me to play?
You can play whatever one actually. I kind of want to be surprised.
Okay, let's just play this one because I don't know what the fuck this is.
Roger. Oh fuck yeah.
Oh yeah. Turn it down a little bit.
Yeah, I got you. I'm trying.
Yeah. So this is this has been a thing.
Dude,
by the
I
way.
would do this in a fucking heartbeat.
They do it in Howell.
I would do
in
this.
Howell, Michigan. It was me, D-Mac, and
we should cover
the
this.
bitch ass guy that used to TDBD. We were all gonna go, and I couldn't wait. I was gonna beat the fuck out of that little shit. I hate
You guys
him.
were gonna do it?
Yeah, and how?
Dude, I'm so down.
Mashing him with the shield is sick.
That is sick.
I would do this in a
CT
fucking
all
heartbeat,
kinds of CT happening.
That would be so awesome.
Oh my god,
bitch.
Yeah. So that's a thing. That's one video.
Yeah, this was. I want to watch it again. This is sick.
I would definitely do this.
Zach Edey versus Patrick Beverly. Who are you rooting for in this?
Zach Edey versus
Zach Edey because he's white. Look at him.
That's tough.
I only said to put the pressure on him to say Pat Bev.
Russell Wilson versus Pat
I'd
Bev.
probably do Zach Edey because I don't really hate him. I just don't think he's good at basketball. I actually hate Patrick Beverly.
All right, next one.
All right. Give me a second to cue it up here. Next one, we got. Which one do we want to go with? This one. And then, do you want me to play that interview one after or no? Whatever the one is of them talking.
Sure.
But here's this one.
Oh yeah, so this is Broderick Martin.
Yeah.
Just doing a big country bowl workout. I feel like we could do that.
What?
You couldn't do it?
I don't know, man. I mean,
You
once
could
you
do
get
it.
it moving, it's
Hard
easy to
pass.
keep it moving.
Yeah, you
but
can
that's
do it.
like,
Dude.
Actually, you know what? With the
that's
track in
probably
the
like
back, it's actually
2,500
insane.
pounds, dude. That's
easy.
With the ride in the back,
I
actually.
appreciate the faith, my dog, but I don't know. It'd be hard to get it started, but once you get it started, it's easy to keep it moving.
The boy Broderick Martin.
But like, I mean, that's cool. But what does that mean? You strong? Like, I'm pretty sure like 90% of NFL defensive linemen can do that. It's just, I'd rather see you getting snaps and looking good playing defensive line.
I'm with that too. And Caleb, you're a victim of it as well. Although I love Kate Cunningham. The workout videos.
Don't care about
They
workout
don't mean
videos.
nothing, mate.
Kate was in Brinkley's gym though. that's like the signature gym.
That's where my player goes.
That is true.
Mine too. My player's pretty good.
Yeah, mine is too.
All right, what's the other
Notice
one we
the
got?
trend? We got two more.
All right, let them rip.
All right, here's the next one.
And so that is one of the things about my life I get
tell
the
this one a little
biggest
down, too, if you
kick
want.
out of saying. I call my own plays. Well, Brady didn't call his own plays. He flipped a card, number 6. I never saw a card. What does it say on the card?
Yeah.
Say a play?
Oh, so yeah, there's like 3 plays. It has all the plays. If it's a wordy, if it's a high word play where you
Okay.
have 2 plays in one,
Yeah.
that's just sometimes when they would have it, so they would see the back end play.
Yeah. See, I just sat there and looked at the marker. The placard would move down. I go look over there. What do y'all think? That's 5 yards or 4? Looks like 5 to me. That'd be long yardage, won't it? What do y'all think we ought to run here? I mean, that was the way to play, man. Get in a huddle with your guys and scratch your head and go, shit, I've already called this play twice. Well, then stalwarts say, yeah, let me run a post option on the offside. I think this guy's set up for the post. I said, all right, let's run the same play. And you do the post option. And Lynn, if I can squeeze that into you, if he stays back, I'll go to you on top of the dig.
There's
If not,
no
if he
fucking
falls over,
way, dude.
I'll go to you on the cue.
Imagine how stupid football used to
There it
be,
is, wide
bro.
open.
Now, what's
That's fun.
Yeah,
That's
listen,
fun.
listen.
That's when you're in the huddle. And Franco says, hey, give me on that trap, man. This guy's in. Okay, let's run it. Now, I'd say I call plays, but we call plays.
Yeah.
Because I involve
That is
everybody.
that is fucking awesome, if true.
It's definitely true, and it's awesome, but it's also
A huddle
stupid.
of CTE riddled guys.
Hey, they're calling plays like they're doing it.
Probably actually calling the same shit because they're recovering. Bro, Terry Bradshaw has 4 Super Bowl rings.
Terry
If he
Bradshaw's the man.
Acquired those rings playing like that.
Well,
it's all fucking
I
legend.
mean, a lot of it was on his defense.
The blonde bomber. He got that nickname for a
Yeah,
reason.
for
He had an
sure.
arm.
No,
He had a
he
cannon
was
on
a good quarterback, but he had one of the historically best defenses in the history of the NFL.
Steel curtain.
Easy.
He that is funny. And there's also one other thing that Terry Bradshaw did that is very underappreciated, and that's have a lot of hot daughters.
Yeah, I've heard.
He's got
I've heard.
like 3 hot daughters.
Let me hit that.
All you did was have a hot daughter, Chip.
He won an MVP in 1978.
Yeah. What were his stats? Probably like 2,000.
Do we want to go over with one more, or do we want to
God.
save it for tomorrow?
Let's play it.
What are the stats? What are the
stats?
stats?
Easy this one.
2,300 yards.
28 touchdowns, 20 interceptions.
Yeah.
If I play this one, you got to go off because this is the one.
Everyone go off of this one. This one is what I think it is. It's horrendous.
In many respects, the obstacle course confronting Caitlin Clark in the WNBA is more difficult than the path Jackie Robinson traveled integrating Major League Baseball in 1947.
Jason Whitlock, you're the stupidest piece of shit to ever grace a microphone. It is. I'm bewildered by the fact you have a following. And sports, let alone just that was the dumbest fucking thing you could have ever said. Jackie Robinson couldn't even sleep in the same hotels as his teammates. Didn't get fed the same meals as his teammates. Was fucking booed. What the fuck are we talking about? Caitlin Clark is making tons of fucking money, taking chartered flights. There's no comparison to what Jackie Robinson integrated the black people into the Major League Baseball.
I was gonna say, hey, Jason Whitlock, white people played in the WNBA before Caitlin Clark, right? Like, Sabrina Ionescu is an all-star, and what's her name, Stewart, is pretty damn good. Like, this is just asinine, bro. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Fucking such a horrendous, gross, irresponsible. There's just so many words I didn't even have a reaction. I was just so bewildered. I couldn't find the words to even comprehend what the fuck he was just trying to say.
What a turd.
Absolute fucking turd. If you listen to Jason Whitlock, fuck you too. Honestly, this guy. I don't want to say anything crazy because I'm not trying to get canceled myself. But
say it.
I'm ready for this guy to have a heart attack. He is such I'm be honest with you. He's such a fucking Uncle Tom. I feel like he's and we don't even live in a modern day.
He's Uncle Ruckus, dude.
Yeah, and I'm mixed, by the way, too. I haven't been affected by racism too much in my life, but I've experienced it enough.
Yeah,
the shit he says
more than I have.
just fits so many narratives now that are kind of getting pushed by certain agenda. It's yes, you're setting a lot of shit back for what, clicks, views. It's fucking disgusting.
It's pandering. He's pandering.
It's gross.
That's like anybody with a brain would look at it and be like, yeah, this dude's a fucking idiot. So if there's people that are actually like, oh, he's got a point, which there are definitely people who agree with him.
Racist.
You're an idiot too. And then this is just fucking stupid, man.
Yeah.
What a fucking turd. You deserve to get slapped. But
it was the first, that.
In a lot of ways, it's harder than what Jack. No, it's not. There is not a single way that it's even comparable, let alone harder. What a fucking idiot, dude.
Bro, pitchers threw at his head. Runner stepped on his feet.
They were screaming slurs at him. No one is screaming slurs at Caitlin Clark. Yeah,
pitchers were. They're not the pitcher today, but throwing at his fucking head. What are you
talking about? They used to
about,
kidnap black children for good luck in the MLB. I'm pretty sure they don't do that in the WNBA.
What? Is that a thing?
Ty Cobb did that, dude. Yes.
You said kidnap black children.
Yes. And when they stopped hitting well, they just leave him at whatever city they were at.
Ty Cobb's a known piece of shit. One of them.
Dude.
He's race. Everything you. Can
He would
think.
take.
he's a racist.
He would
He
take
would
black
kidnap-
kids and they would keep them in the dugout wearing uniforms and shit for good luck. And when the team wasn't hitting well, they'd just leave them in whatever city they were at.
Why is he celebrated?
Because Jason Whitlock.
That's fucked up.
No, that's
I did not know that.
Ty Cobb is a piece of shit. But that'll do it for us today. Appreciate you all tapping in. Make sure you smash the like button. Jason Whitlock, you continue to outdo yourself in being the biggest idiot in sports media. For Easy.
Jackie Robinson also served our arm.
Yep. For Nick, for Caleb, for Chris, I'm Spencer. We're the Heavyweights. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.